Hello. How's everyone doing today? It is Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday. But it's Friday, yeah. How's everyone doing today? It is Friday, the whatever day of May 4th, 5th, 6th. Oh my god. It's the 6th already. And it is Print and Chill Friday. The second official one of now that it's a series, I guess. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? I'm missing an Allen key. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna call up Allen, see if he has a spare he can lend me. I'm trying to find one that is unassembled. I do appreciate the link though. But I'm trying to find one that is unassembled right now. So yeah, so today is actually not the anniversary. Technically, like, I've said this before, I don't really have like a, it's not like my channel was created to be a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is like 15 years old at this point. I created it back in like 2006. So what, 16 years old? Oh my God. But anyways, I've been doing this content creator thing for 3D printing since I got into 3D printing. But just kind of like random videos, especially when I got on the Voron team, some random tutorial videos here and there. But about 2 years ago is when I did my first live stream. I think it was May 2nd, 2 years ago. So roughly around when everything went to shit with COVID. And I view that kind of as my start date for like serious content creation. So I kind of, that's like the 2-year anniversary. So it's not really like a real date. Like technically it was on Monday and we were building the Prusa on Tuesday. So I don't have any big plans or anything. I'm going to try and do some merch giveaways some point during the stream. I'll just do some random draws for those that are here in chat at the time I do the draw. Just kind of have a little bit of fun. I don't have anything planned or set out. Obviously, we're going to get a print going. We'll probably use the Prusa because I need to print a bunch of stuff on it for the review video. But yeah, so today, if you don't know what a print and chill stream is, we just print shit and hang out for a couple hours, talk about stuff, and yeah. And I got a new toy, so I'll unbox that too. Ordered a Mark 3S, nice. Remove my comment on rant. Apparently, it's part of my. No, freak. I don't know what your. I went through a bunch of comments. I read them all like really late last night. I have no problem if you disagree. So for those that don't know what he's talking about, I have a video coming out. I mean, I'm going to put it live. I put it out tomorrow. I mentioned what I was going to do the video on. It's not a rant, but it's talking about recommending cheap printers to newbies in 3D printing. And I knew I would get comments that are, hey, I have this printer. It's a cheap printer and I have no problems with it. And that's a fine comment because some people have no problems. My Ender 3 V2 until I, ripped it apart and threw it in a box worked pretty good. But as somebody who does a YouTube channel on 3D printing, I get a lot of comments from people who have issues. So you need more than one person to make like a gross opinion on something. And I'm not against what you said. If I think your comment is the one I'm thinking of, those comments are fine. Because if everyone agreed on everything, the world would be a very boring place. It's an opinion video. But anyways, yeah. Really like the new stream time. So yeah, so for those that, for the tomorrow for the next 2 weeks, we go back to later streams. So there'll be 4 p.m. start times. So it's 2 weeks of 2 p.m. start times on the weekday streams and then 2 weeks of 4 p.m. start times. It bounces back and forth. Define cheap. You'll have to see tomorrow's video because I can't give you an answer because stuff changes too much. What was cheap may not be cheap, and what was cheap or what was expensive may not be expensive. Look at the, what is it, Creality S1. I think the price on that has dropped quite a bit since in like relatively a short amount of time. So I don't like, I'm trying to make my content because a lot of my content has legs. I only have like 2 videos on my channel with 100,000 views or more, but those videos are old and my videos just get continuous views. So going forward, and it's been something I've been kind of keeping in mind when I do videos, I try to make my videos as non-time time frame sensitive as possible. I don't like to have dated information. Like, that's the problem with doing tutorial videos. If you've noticed in a lot of my more recent videos, I either say, or it's in the comment or the description saying, check the actual reference material because things change. If I do a video on Clipper with Input Shaper, my video on Clipper Input Shaper from like a year and a half ago is way outdated. But I still get comments, oh, this video is outdated. Well, it's a year and a half old. You always reference the documents because, you know, if whoever does the thing has instructions, they're usually keeping them up to date. A YouTube video from a year and a half ago can't be updated. So, other note, 3mm filament, nobody really uses 3mm filament. The only people I know that use 3mm filament are those that bought a ton of it because companies are getting rid of it because nobody's using it. 3mm filament isn't that good. The problem with 3mm filament, it is, let's get the music going. It's thicker, so trying to heat it up evenly so that it extrudes smoothly is a problem. That's why we use 1.75. The smaller diameter filament allows you to melt it quicker and push it through faster. You can do Bowden. You'd have to do Bowden basically if you want to run a Voron with 2.85, unless you want to modify the entire tool head to accept a 3mm filament 8 feed path. Can anyone see the video already? Hit refresh. Are you kidding? Maybe? Ultimaker does. Ultimaker. I don't know what Ultimaker's doing. But again, because Ultimaker and I'm mentioning it, I will restate my bounty. You know, I'm not LTT. I can't offer $5,000 for some random old hardware. But if somebody happens to have a Ultimaker Original or Original Plus, the original wooden Ultimakers, if anyone happens to have one of those two printers in a kit, unassembled, or they know where I can source one, let me know. And in terms of sourcing from a company, I'm not paying market value. They're not $1,000 machine. I'm not paying $1,000 for an Ultimaker Original, a wooden one. But I do need to kind of get my hands on one for a video series I want to do. There's that. Okay, so I can move this guy. So one thing I like about the King Room, it's like super little. So we're not going to print with you today, but we are going to print with the Prusa. Yeah. So I put it on a piece of foam here to try and help with the noise. And I put it in stealth chop mode. Again, I don't really care about noise too much on my printers, but I was recording videos and recording stuff like even today. That's why the tripod's over there. But I've been recording stuff for videos. The Pad 5 video should be early next week. I might do a Wednesday video next week. And a Prusa Mendel. See, no, I want the Ultimaker because people have suggested other printers, Cupcakes, MakerBot, a few other like entry printers. But the reason I want to do the Ultimaker is I think the Ultimaker Original has the most legs on it. I want to basically take a an old first gen consumer 3D printer and basically flash Clipper on it and do some minor upgrades and see how far along we could drag that machine without actually changing too much. Because the whole point is I want to do a video series on how much 3D printing has changed in the past decade for the home 3D printer person, and how little it's actually changed in the past decade. Because surprisingly, not really a lot has changed in some ways. Do I not have my model? Where is me? I don't have me. I gotta download it. Okay. Have others same level of experience with you as a King Room? I know a lot of people have said about the King Room that they love them. A lot of people seem to really like the King Room. I know people are using them in print farms. I've had several people reach out and say they are using them in a print farm. So I'm like, my experience with it, there are issues with this machine. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna bring them up in the video, which that video should probably be in another week or two. I want to get a few more hours on it. Today we're gonna print the Me. So this is what we're printing today on the Prusa. If you want to download this model of Me, by the way, I'll link it in chat here. So if you want to print that, there you go. So that's what we're gonna print today. But yeah, I've heard a lot of people have said good things about it. Yeah, it obviously has deficiencies. It's a $180 printer. There's got to be cost savings somewhere. But so far it's been pretty good. So I printed this. So if you consider this a good benchy, like this is off the King Room. This is printed at its stock, like high quality setting according to Cura, at 0.16 layer height, I believe. So nothing like super fancy, but it prints. Okay, so we're gonna print me at, we'll do 1.5 quality. And we need to paint on some supports. So for the me model, you really only need support for the bottom of the apron. Okay. You don't even need it for the whole apron, really just like that part. And then also, my beard, my nose, and the glasses. The bottom of the glasses. You don't actually need support on the top of the glasses, I found out. So if you want to print me, that's what you need to add support on. Or you could do it in resin and let resin do its magic, because resin is awesome for detailed models. But that's really all you need support on if you want to print me. Support enforcers only. And then we are going to print it with a brim. Yeah. How many hours? I think it was an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes. It wasn't a speed benching. Like, it obviously wasn't a speed benching. So there we go. There's me. 6 hours. Ooh, 6 hours. The V-Minion does it in like, I think 3 hours it takes to print me on the V-Minion. But we'll see. I need to print one of these for the video anyway, so. Export to SD card. Save. Don't forget that my badonkadonk is supported. Do not worry. The model has like a Hank Hill butt. Okay, so is that saved? Export G-code to... There we go. Okay. Any recommendations for cleaning the inside of the Voron after printing a lot of ABS? Use a Windex, Simple Green, something that will ISO isn't the greatest. I've used Simple Green, but you basically want to use something that is a degreaser with some paper towels and just wipe down the panels. That's basically all you really need to do. The Prusa is bone stock, and I'm going to be leaving it bone stock. I think I actually am going to be leaving this fully bone stock. I'm starting to kind of turn around on the whole it's 8-bit and old Marlin. I think the Prusa firmware is actually pretty good. It you know, there's the whole VFA issue, which if you're, what is it, issue 302, I don't know, what do they call it on the Prusa forums or GitHub or whatever. This is see if I can hit it with the right light. It does have the VFA issue, but I think that's more an extruder issue, because it's an ungeared direct drive extruder. Oh, there you go. I think you can see the VFA issue there. But let's be honest, okay? Let's. I'm gonna go on a tangent here about print quality. If you give a print to somebody, hey, look what I just made on my 3D printer. Here's a print. What do? Oh my God, you have some vertical artifacting. No, they go, oh, that's cool. Shiny. Ooh, it's flexy. Okay. Nope. I think like going, oh my God, it's got some VFAs. I don't really dive into quality. I'm not a person who chases super high quality prints. I'm more functional print person, but that's just me. Both the BMG extruders cause this as well. Yep. But they grip the filament from both sides and they work pretty dang good. So if it's a reliability over a slight decrease in quality thing, I'll take reliability any days. Yeah, it's remember, because it's you're trying to smoothly push something out that doesn't move smoothly. It's a stepper motor. It moves in increments. So when you move in increments, you can't push something smoothly. You're gonna have some sort of artifacting of some sort. It just kind of, it is what it is. Does the foreign M4 extruder also exhibit these artifacts? It's been a while since I've used an M4. The cat. So this cap was printed on my switch wire when it was in the dual extruder configuration, which meant that it was dual M4s. So I don't know. There you go. Meh. Is what it is. I've got my ERCFA running reliability. Now I just need a case for it. Do you have any nice models to link the bend? I can't remember where I found them. I don't have any models, like I don't have any like links saved that I could use, unfortunately. Proper printing's built. The only thing with that extruder, it's big, and I don't know how it's going to handle high speed. But I have seen that. Like the thing is, when you add gearing into it, it basically takes those little steps and there's more of them, so you can push smoother. So, but I got the next build series. Next two might be showing up today, because DFH just likes to throw stuff in a box and send it to me. So we'll be doing. Hopefully that shows up. But in the meantime, while I'm printing, this showed up today. Got my my jerry rig everything utility knife. So for those that don't know, it's I don't know, jerry rig everything. He has a YouTube channel. He sells a little knife, and it's like 15 bucks. So this was kind of like a random impulse buy at like 1 a.m. Yeah, it's one of those knives. Like I've got where is it? Yeah, it's the same as this kind of knife. It's actually pretty pretty similar. It's the same type of knife, but it's these types of folding knives that have replaceable blades. But it's a jerry rig everything knife. So I got the clear one. Take the cover off. It feels very solid though. So that was a little random impulse buy for myself. That's one thing I've kind of started doing this year. I've started buying like merch. I used to never do it, but like over the past like this year, I've kind of gotten the habit of, if I need something, I'll see if like a YouTube channel or a content creator or just somebody that I like, some group or person that I like and follow on the internet has that, and I'll buy their merch. Like, you know, I've got an LTT water bottle. I've got, you know, a Wubby G Fuel shaker. Like a bunch of my clothes is merch. Got some Joel shirts from 3D Printing Nerd. Like I've kind of started doing that because I'd rather give my money to somebody that I like their content and it helps support their content versus random company that, you know, is a random company. Now, granted, there is probably most of the time there is random companies involved, but a portion goes to the people I like. So. Well, it's made in China. Let's be honest. It's made in China. It's all probably made in the same factory, but I know it's a $5 knife. I fully know it is. Like I'm not expecting, you know, jerry rig everything in his garage making them himself, but you know, it's a $15 knife, which isn't that bad. In Canada, these go for like 15 bucks anyway. So, but speaking of merch, we're gonna give away some merch today. How I'm gonna do it? I'm just gonna, because the way my merch store works, if you want to get some Crimpin' Ain't Easy shirts or a Only Benchy hat or anything else, if you go to, let me bring it up here. It's in the description, but if you go to my merch store, it should pop up in chat there. How I'm going to do it during the stream today, I might give away, I'll give you a choice. I'll basically do a couple draws during the stream, and I'll just draw one random person. I'm pretty sure it's Canada, US, and EU. If you're outside of those and you win, unfortunately, we'll figure something out. But it's the Stream Elements store. I have the option to basically purchase merch for myself at a discount. With basically, I don't pay the cut I would get. So I'm going to buy some stuff and send it to some people. So we'll do that, and I'll give you the choice of either a hat or a shirt. And maybe I'll throw in some stickers depending on if they ship them together. And it depends on where you are in the world and where it ships from. I know like shipping to Canada isn't too bad, but we'll do like, I'm thinking 2 or 3 draws during the stream. I'm not going to do one right now. And it'll be spur of the moment draws. It'll just be, here you go. You got 5 minutes to enter, and we're going to do a draw. I don't have any other big draws. This annoys me. This is a pet peeve of mine. Yesterday I made a post saying, oh, hey, we're going to, you know, it's the 2-year thing. I might do some small giveaways because I still have a few octopuses too I might give away. The problem is I have to ship those out myself, and it's a pain in the butt because they like to disappear apparently. But somebody commented, you need to give away a switch wire. I want to win a switch wire. And it's like, I don't have that. I don't like being known as a giveaway streamer. Don't get me wrong. I love giving away stuff. But that isn't kind of the goal of the channel. There are other people that do giveaways every stream. But if somebody's saying, hey, we're just gonna have a celebratory stream, don't comment, you need to give away this, I want to win this. It's rude. I think it's rude. That's just me. E3D, the problem is getting in regards to Colin here, he's asking if E3D is any closer to getting organized. So what that is in regards to is I have a V0 down here that's fully built. It's from Lecter. We did a whole build series on it. I'm giving that away at some point. And I've got a few other companies I've talked to that are going to donate some stuff for giveaways. And we're going to do a big charity stream for the Sanjay Foundation. Okay. For those unfamiliar, Sanjay Mortimer, one of the founders of E3D, passed away at the end of last year. E3D is setting up a foundation in his honor. So they're doing a Sanjay Day thing at E3D in England. But part of that is they are setting up a charitable organization. The thing is, that takes time and it's paperwork. It's a lot of paperwork, apparently, to set up a charitable organization. But I've been speaking with the team at E3D, and they're going to try and get it set up so that it is an accredited foundation with YouTube. So how that works is if a charity is like partnered or on YouTube's like list of like accredited charities, I can launch a stream, and as part of that stream have it set up so that any money you donate during the stream goes to that foundation or that charity, and YouTube doesn't take a cut. So that way it avoids what I don't want to do is I don't want to touch your money. I don't want to collect any money and then like I don't want to be a middleman for money. That's just, there's too many things that can go wrong with that. Different countries, taxes. I just don't want to even bother with it. So once they get that set up, there will be a charity stream where you basically, I'll dance like a monkey for a couple hours. Actually, I'll probably do a whole day stream, and we'll raise money for a good cause. And you just donate during the stream, and it just goes right to the charity. Okay. You should be drawing for a new car. I'm not Mr. Beast. I'm in my basement. I don't even have 1 million views on a video. I ain't got no YouTube plaque. Please do a Revo High Flow giveaway. I don't have a Revo High Flow. I'm sure I can get some stuff from E3D when it comes to the event, though. Maybe High Flow Revo will be out by then. We'll see. Set up Nero 3D. I can't do that. You found an Ultimaker original kit 500 CAD. Thomas, can you link me that in either Twitter or Discord, if possible? I can't say anything in regards to the Revo High Flow. But yeah, it's been so in regards to the big old celebration. No, it's not really a celebration. We're just that's kind of the theme of this of this stream is it's been 2 years since I've started streaming, and let's go back. This isn't exactly the first stream, but this is the first like stream where it didn't look like absolute butt, because I think I used an actual camera here instead of like the built-in one. I don't know what it is with YouTube. Anytime I try to load up any of my own personal videos on YouTube, it just does not load. It's like, come on. It's trying to load an ad. That's the problem right now. If you look at the clock, it's trying to load it. If I try to load another video, it loads fine. But if I try to load any of my own videos, it like freaks out because I'm live. But like, this was what, May 9th. So this is the second stream I did when we actually started building the V2. Because the previous, I think it's my very first stream, if I'm not mistaken, we just tore apart a V2. But yeah, the old room, no apron, no uniform. Those, I can't even remember. These headphones, I can't even remember where I found them. I found them in like a junk drawer in like the basement, like in a box. And like, they were horrible, but I didn't have headphones at the time at all. Me not talking, barely interacting with chat, just looking up. No music. I don't have audio going because there's no music. And this was the quality. This is 720p, 2000 kilobits, because that's all my laptop at the time could handle. That was, whew. That has been a while. Colin, $10 for celebratory beverage. I will need to use that tonight because I am out of the fun juice. So, no beard. Well, look at that. I had the goatee. I had an itty bitty goatee. That was, oh God. Voice is better now. It wasn't better. But yeah, I went back and I watched some of those early videos. Here's the funny thing. I've caught myself doing this where I have like finished a stream, or somebody like sends me a clip from a stream or something, and I go back and look at it, and I end up just watching the whole stream, like the rest of the stream. I don't know, like I guess I find myself entertaining, but yeah. It's funny. Ultimaker link on Discord. Okay, awesome. Yeah, my first, well, here's the thing, like, I had no plans for this to be a thing, right? I used to hate public speaking. I used to hate public speaking, like in high school, in college, anytime I had to do any public speaking. I don't think I leaked anything there. No, just a bunch of my videos. But I used to hate public speaking. And now it's like nothing to me. I have no problem doing public speaking. I have no problem interacting with an audience. Like, that takes time to kind of like figure out your groove and your pacing and like what works, and like I think I've kind of settled on a workflow and like a way of interacting with you guys that works really good. It takes time. Like, for those that saw tomorrow's video early, which for those that don't know, if you are a member of the channel and you are a patron, or you are a Patreon supporter, if I finish a video, I usually finish a video a day or two early. I don't have like a set release date for videos. I don't like do videos every Saturday or whatever. But basically, when I do a video, if it's done a day or two early, you get to see it early. So members of the channel and Patreon supporters have already seen tomorrow's video. So if you don't want to wait till tomorrow, consider becoming a member. But you may have noticed that my way of speaking in that video has changed. I've actually, I haven't put out a standalone video in 3 weeks, and that's because I've been trying to like figure out how I want to approach videos right now, because people have noticed this, and I noticed this too. My live content is what I think my content is. I see myself more as a streamer than a video maker on YouTube. Okay, I do both, obviously, but I see myself as a streamer first and a video maker second. And I've kind of had the feeling my videos have been lacking because of the way I talk. If you notice, I'm very vocal during live streams. I have a certain way of talking in my live streams, and in my videos, I normally don't talk like that. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this. Like, I'm not as up in those videos. So I've been trying to like figure out kind of how I want to redo the way I record those videos, or the way I'm like speaking. And it's taken a bit of work. I've actually made 2 videos in the past 3 weeks that I deleted. They don't exist anymore because I deleted the footage. I did not like how they turned out. So I think that I think tomorrow's video you kind of get an idea what's kind of been how it's flowing, I guess would be the way. Take a breath and slow down. Why? I'm not short of breath. I got a workout bike now. I can talk. Have someone of a script. I don't have script. I can't do scripts. I can't. I've tried sitting down to write a script for a video, and then what ends up happening about 2 minutes in, I just say screw it. I'm just gonna go record it. What I do though, is I have a whiteboard. Right now it doesn't have anything on it, but some hieroglyphics on it. But normally what I do is I'll have talking points. So I'll put down a few talking points, touch on this, touch on this, touch on this, don't forget this. And then I just flow with it, and I'll just record the whole video in one go, and then I'll edit, and I might redo some stuff, so. Trigger members only. Do what members only? Take a few acting lessons. I'm good. Teleprompter. Nah. RPI locator. I've tried using the RPI locator. The problem is it doesn't have the Canadian resellers on it. It does not. It only has American and like European. At least last time I looked, they didn't have like CanaKit or Buy a Pi. And then Amazon Canada for Raspberry Pis is just an absolute like joke. Okay, so here you go. Raspberry Pi, Amazon Canada, $2.99. You want a Pi Zero? $140. A Pi Model 4B, $170. You get a Pi 4 400, so the keyboard one for $120. A Pi Zero, this is just a Pi Zero, is $99. And then if you go on CanaKit or Buy a Pi, which is our like the Canadian like reseller companies that sell Raspberry Pi stuff directly along with other stuff, they're just out of stock. So yeah, buying a Pi right now is an absolute joke. I've had a few people reach out to me that have said, hey, we want to send you a Pi, or I want to send you a Pi or sell you a Pi at cost, which is fine. The thing is, right now, I need to get a PO box set up. I don't want to give out my personal address anymore. I think I've been doing that for too long, and I think I'm at the point now where I really shouldn't be doing that anymore. Okay, so here's the Ultimaker. So apparently this is the Ultimaker, $400. It's an Ultimaker Original Plus, $400 US. The problem is, do they ship to Canada? And how much is it going to be to ship to Canada? Because I think, where is this company based out of? Indonesia. I got a feeling shipping this to Canada is not going to be cost effective, but I will check after. I will check right now. Are you going to build a Prusa Mini Plus in the future? That's one thing I want to talk to you guys about. Somebody sent me one. I have one, or it should arrive today, hopefully. But it is not a Prusa. It is not a Prusa. Now, I'm of the opinion, if you open source a design and other people want to also sell that design, I'm fine with that personally, but I know a lot of people are against that. And I did a little poll on my Twitter the other day, and like 90% of people think it's fine. So I probably will go ahead with the build, but I am straight up gonna like note it in the build that we are building not a Prusa, and I'm gonna use it to kind of compare to a legit Prusa to see what, you know, saving a few $100 buying a It's not a clone. In my opinion, a clone is something like, hey, I took this screwdriver and I copied this screwdriver. A clone is not, oh, hey, I took the actual specs and manual and prints on how to make the screwdriver and I just made my own screwdriver. That's not a clone. It's an alternatively manufactured item, but whatever. So I think I'm going to do that. And just kind of make sure it is, you know, stated as not a Pi or not a Raspberry, or not a Raspberry. I'm talking about Raspberry Pi so much. Not a Prusa build. Because the thing is, Prusa releases everything under the GPL v2 license, if I'm not mistaken, which allows commercial sales. It's like Voron. You could open up a store right now selling Vorons. If you wanted to, you could source everything for V0s and start building V0s in your garage and selling fully built V0s. You are allowed to do that under the license. But one of the things of the license is attribution. You have to, if you change or modify or redistribute the files, you have to give attribution. You have to like give a link back and you have to release it under the same license. My question is, when it comes to the physical product though, what does that pertain to? So if I want to sell you, if I wanted to sell you a Voron I assembled myself, do I need to just have a link on my website saying, here are the files? Like, because I'm not redistributing the files, I'm redistributing something made from the files, but I'm not, the license covers the actual 0 and 1 bit file, not the thing that comes from the file, or at least I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer. I got to really look into this. I really don't know. Fabrico told me yesterday they will sell you Raspberry. Okay, I'll have to talk to him then. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to choose a different part. I think we're going to do, I don't know what, I might do hot pink. Because I've got some nice pinks here, I think. Let me see what I got for pink. I've got Sparkle Burnt Core. No, actually, no. I thought I had more pink ABS. I gotta go digging. I gotta go digging through my ABS pile here. I got Sparkle Lavender. Ooh, I might do Sparkle Lavender. I don't know. I'm gonna do something outrageous. I know that. It's gonna be something outrageous, obviously. And then I think for the front of it, because it's gonna have the printed front that says like original Prusa, I'm just gonna like modify the STL so it says not original, totally not a Prusa mini or something like that. What? Why no pink? What do you got against pink? User 179. Cheers, appreciate it. So the verdict: dual Bowden or save up for the ERCFA. It depends what you're looking to get out of your printer. If you are doing single nozzle, it's not really good for multi-material, because if you want to print like ABS and then a support material like hips, you're not going to be able to purge it completely unless you do really big purges, and you're going to get some cross-contamination, which when you're trying to dissolve the support material may dissolve some of your actual real material. That's not good. So if you want to do multi-material, you need two nozzles. That is my opinion, either IDEX or toolhead, swappable toolheads. Now, it depends on what you are looking to print. If you just want to print like fancy models, it depends how many colors you want to print. I'm of the opinion, if you want to go multicolor, you want to be able to print more than two colors. I personally think like Y-splitter setups aren't great because they're too narrow of a use case. You got to deal with all the downsides of doing filament swaps, but you only get two colors to pick from. A 4-unit ERCFA maybe? Check out the miniaturized V-Minion. I have checked it out. I am on the V-Minion Discord. I don't post on there much. But I have seen that. I have seen the Tic Tac, which is basically a V-Minion, but it's 120 millimeters. But the thing is, I think the V-Minion at 180 is actually a very good size. It is overbuilt for its size. It is definitely way tankier than it needs to be for its size. So yeah. Wondering if Formbot will ever produce a mini kit. I know Physek does. Physek's tried to send me one in the past, and I don't think I accepted their offer because of the issue with there's a lot of heated debate in regards to clones and patents, and I know, you know, my stance on the whole slice thing is known. I think it's possible to have different opinions because not all cases are the same, but it's for somebody trying to, you know, my YouTube channel is now my job. I try to keep stuff as PC as possible and not rustle as many feathers as, not rustling more feathers that I'm comfortable with. Wolfenmon, thank you for upgrading your membership. Can you 3D print Miata? A Miata? I was printing 800 millimeters a second on a V-Minion. Nice. Yeah, the V-Minion is overbuilt for its size. 180 is for the perfect size. Yeah, honestly, I think 180 is a very good entry size. 180, basically anything between 180 and a Prusa size or an Ender 3 size, like that 230, 250. I think that's a very good size, because the thing is, a lot of models are designed with being printed on a Prusa or an Ender 3 in mind, because they are like the most common printers out there and the most common form factors. So the vast majority of models fit on those printers or are broken down to fit on those printers. So. What do I think of the new Prusa enclosure? Okay, let's talk about the new Prusa enclosure. Let me pull it up here. Oh, okay. Apparently, if you search Prusa.com, it's a Paramount Realty store. There you go. You want to buy a $5.5 million house? Okay, so apparently, don't search. Is it Prusa3D.com? Okay, there we go. Wish there was a 235 Voron. 250 is nice, but you can then just build a. V2, configurator, next, direct feed, new build, line joints, generic step chain, custom size, 235, 235, next. There you go. Here's your bomb. Now you can build a 235 Voron. It doesn't scale that well. It's because the size of rails and extrusions at that point, you're not buying off-the-shelf rails, because rails on AliExpress come in 50 millimeter increments. And once you go to like 235, then you need odd size rails, and then it's a problem. That's why Vorons are kind of the size they are. So Prusa enclosure. So Prusa is coming out with an enclosure for the i3. So first things first, I wanted to make a funny, okay? I was gonna post a reply, because Prusa put the tweet out about it, and a lot of people like it. And outside of looking at the price, if you don't look at the price, it actually looks really solid. Don't get me wrong; it looks like a very solid enclosure for a Prusa. But I was gonna make a funny, okay? I was gonna take this guy, and I was gonna put it in my V2. Okay, I was gonna put it in my V2 and post a picture and be like, "What are you guys complaining about price for?" My Voron is a great enclosure, and it's only a little bit more in money. And I was gonna make a funny post about it. This doesn't fit in that. Prusas are bigger than you think, and until I actually had one of these built, my 300 millimeter V2, okay, is 18 inches. This Prusa is like 17 inches, roughly, and it's 250. And then it's longer on this way because the bed moves all the way forward and back. I couldn't fit this in the printer. And so this enclosure is quite big. So that's just kind of one tangent there. Prusas are bigger than you think. Two, it's all custom. You can do this with aluminum extrusion and polycarbonate from the Home Despot really easily. People have done that. I mean, people do lax enclosures all the time. So if you want cheaper enclosures, yeah. These are stackable, I guess. The doors open. There's a ton of add-ons here. You can get an air filtration system, fire suppression system, apparently only in the EU, but I guess printed solid carries it too, so you can like put it in aftermarket. A lock if you got a kid in the house or cats and you don't want them getting your printer. PSU cable quick release, an LED strip, but then you're looking at $700. You can buy another Prusa. So my whole thing with this thing is awesome. It's huge because Prusa's, you need a big enclosure for a Prusa. This thing is awesome, except for the price. That's pretty much the only negative thing I could see about it looking at it. It looks very good, except for the price. Because even without all these add-ons, it's just the bare enclosure is $350 American dollars. Let me move myself out of the way here. It's $350 American dollars. So other than the price is really the only thing I can harp on it. Also, it is a Prusa, so it's made out of PETG. And as I learned from doing my series on how to print ABS, I got a lot of replies to that series of people who put their Prusas in enclosures and they had parts fail on it because they're PETG. PETG, you won't get to the glass transition temperature of PETG if you just put it in a cardboard box. The bed doesn't heat up the chamber enough to do that. However, it's not like, Bugs Bunny and he's carrying, he's on the tightrope that's rated for 1,000 pounds and he has 999.9 pounds of stuff on it and Tweety lands on him and it suddenly breaks. It doesn't work that way. As you get closer to that temperature, the plastic starts to weaken. You get creep issues is a big thing with PETG. So you might not get to the failure point, but you'll get to the point where stuff might start going wrong. And they've said they might even sell heaters for this. So it'd be a heated enclosure. So if they sell you, it'd be, for $350, it'd be nice if it came with a whole set of printed parts and ABS for your Prusa. But yeah, if it was like $199, I could see it more. There are people that will buy this. There are diehard Prusa supporters that will buy this. I think this is what this is kind of aimed at. It's 21 inches by 21 inches by 28 inches. 21 inches. What do we have that's 21 inches? So 21 inches is half an inch bigger than my 350 millimeter Trident. And it's 28 inches. So if you're getting 28 inches deep, most desks are 24 inches. So it's going to hang off your desk about 4 inches. It's really big and it's expensive. It's all custom. It's all custom machine, custom brackets and everything. Towards schools and exactly. That is my, I don't have tin foil, but I have a bag of Toffos here, which have a somewhat plastic aluminum liner. So I'm going to, on my head, my tinfoil hat theory, Prusa is realizing that the home gamer market is tapped out. Their printers sell at a price point where a lot of people are buying cheaper Asian market printers, and those are getting better. And they can't really cost down, so they're going to start punching up. So instead of they've acquired a company that does Trident printers, Delta printers that is aimed at professional, like they're professional or commercial grade Delta printers. The Prusa XL is coming out for $2,000+. They've got this enclosure. Prusa, they're going to start going after Ultimaker and MakerBot, I think they're going to start going after that commercial contract, government contract, educational contract market. Their printers are certified. They have enclosures now. I think that's kind of where Prusa's trending, and I don't blame them. I would be doing it too if I was in Joseph's shoes right now. I think that's what they're doing because they're now at that size where they have hundreds of employees. They can pivot to meeting those contractual obligations of, hey, this is the state of Michigan. We have 2,000 schools and we want to put 10 3D printers in all of them because we're going to start teaching additive manufacturing as part of our curriculum. Can you support that now? That is a big market, and that is a making the money market. So I think that's where Prusa's going. Oh God, no. Prusa, not MakerBot. I'm saying they're going after that because that's what the Ultimaker and MakerBots do. They're in that prosumer market where they go prosumer or commercial industrial and educational, and they're making a killing because you know, government contracts are boku bucks. So why wouldn't they go after that at this point? Our margins at the high end and no race to the bottom. Exactly. You don't need to go cheap. You don't need to keep driving your costs down, because, you know, an AliExpress printer will never get a contract to support a business or a school, right? But a Prusa might. So why drive why cost down your printer when you can keep your printer being a quality thing? Why ruin your brand? Imagine if Prusa came out with a printer that was aimed to compete with the Ender 3, okay? A V-wheel bed flinger. Imagine if Prusa came out with a V-wheel bed flinger and what that would do to their brand, right? It wouldn't be good for their brand. A lot of people would be like, well, now they're just building cheap printers, and they'd be like, well, whatever, they're a cheap printer company now. You kind of want to keep your brand as the Prusa has a good name. Prusa has a good name. So you might as well leverage that into a new market. Merox 25, thank you, appreciate it. Just finished the 350 Trident build a few days ago. Couldn't do without you and your guides. Cheers, happy to help. Thank you, and shout out to the War on Discord. Cheers. It's already going there with the new automated print farm. That's true, they also have their automated print farm. Small scale batch manufacturing, I think, is going to be a big thing in a few years. It's starting to get there. As somebody who comes from an injection molding background, it will never reach that point. Okay, it will never reach the point where you buy a car and there's a lot of 3D printed parts on it. But for small scale batch manufacturing, where you need to pump out a bunch of things quick in a short amount of time, when you don't have time to build an injection mold and do part run, I think you'll start to see a lot of FDM start moving in that direction. But that's just me. Do I still use the ERCFA? I do, but I use it for filament swaps. I don't print a lot of multicolor prints. It's just not something I do, but I do. I keep 6 spools of like commonly used filament in the rep box. And then if I want to print anything from those 6 colors, I use the ERCFA to pick the print instead of, or pick the color instead of mainly coming down and swapping. The problem is I'm not using that printer a lot right now because I have 2 printers that I'm in the process of doing reviews on. I got my the Prusa and the KP3S, and they're both PLA machines, which is what my switch wire is. So I'm not printing anything on there because anything that I would normally print on there, I'm printing on one of these 2 printers because I need to print on them for the review videos and whatnot. And yes, it is current year, and I'm doing a review of a Prusa Mark III. Like, I don't know. I know it's a little late, but no time like the present. Prusa acts like a startup, but they are way beyond that. They still have that small company culture, and I got nothing wrong with that. I'd rather Prusa act like a startup than act like a big conglomerate company. Like I'd rather deal with, you know, the funny Twitter posts and whatnot from a company that acts like a startup than, you know, okay, now they're Ultimaker or some other big monolithic. I've tried to contact Ultimaker a few times for project ideas, and it's not the same. I'd rather them act that way. Plus, it works with their audience. Why do you think Joseph's name's on every printer? It's a Prusa. It's a Prusa this, Prusa that. Even I've joked about it. You have his name on every printer, but that is the brand. It works. Excuse me, Aaron. We in 2017. Prusa Mark III came out in 2017. It's a 5-year-old printer at this point. Do you see? Hello, Joker Nut. Jack up the price with the Mark IV. The Mark IV will slowly fit. Mini will be the only one. Honestly, I don't think they need to jack the price up with the Mark IV. I think, because here's the thing, 8-bit boards are more expensive than 32-bit boards. Okay, and going from TMC 2130s to 2209s isn't. I think 2209s are actually cheaper. So going to an 8-bit controller board is cheaper. The screen, honestly, I don't care about screens on printers. I think you could upgrade this printer quite a bit without actually increasing the price. I think there's margins there. If I were to do a Mark IV, okay, 32-bit board, I really don't care about the touchscreen. Just use the same screen for the Mini Plus. That way you only have one SKU to worry about, okay? So screen from the Mini Plus, 32-bit board. I do like how the Einzi Rambo has the ability to slot in a Raspberry Pi Zero. I would want to see that still, because just with the Pi 02 being out and how good it is, I would like to see the ability to slide in a Raspberry Pi Zero and have a dedicated webcam mount somewhere on the printer, okay? It's current year, we should have webcam and Wi-Fi support on your printer, especially at the price point. Beyond that, probably the extruder. Whatever the tool head they use on the Prusa XL, use it on here, because again, one SKU is cheaper than keeping multiple different tool heads. Why would you keep 3 tool heads around for 3 printers when you could just keep 2 tool heads around? So it'd be the extruder tool head with their new whatever hot end they use. And probably they'd move to a segmented heater bed. Because I think it's the XL's heater bed is like a 6x6. So this would be a 3x3 or something. It would be like 2. I don't know the exact numbers, but that's probably what it would do. And then maybe go to rails on the X-axis or the Y-axis. Go to rails. Other than that, really not much. Steve's here. Everyone say hi, Steve. Starting to think the Mark IV turning into Half-Life 3. The thing is, what more do you need out of this? Like, here's the thing. Like, even I harped on it. Oh, it's 8-bit. But it's a bed flinger. Like, it's, I don't know, it hasn't lost a step yet. It prints, you know, it's not super fast, but it's fast enough. Yeah, 8-bit is dead. You shouldn't do 8-bit nowadays, but it's a printer from 5 years ago. With a bed flinger, it doesn't matter as much as new printers. Because here's the thing. If you notice, SKRs, they keep coming out with new SKRs, and they're like 400 megahertz now on whatever random MCU that they found that they'll have in stock for 2 weeks and then have to switch it out. But for the Marlin folk out there, for the folks out there running Marlin, okay? For those running Marlin on a printer that has a 32-bit MCU, okay? Has anyone swapped out their controller board from like a first-gen SKR or a first-gen 32-bit board that was like in the 100 megahertz range to a higher megahertz board in like the 300 range and actually noticed any difference in performance on a printer? Like, has anyone? Because I know in Clipper, it don't matter. Clipper with 8-bit is as fast as a Duet, too. And Clipper with 32-bit, you're anywhere near maxing out the MCU, unless even, okay, speed benchies. Nitram, I think, was the one doing it on the Delta, and he was doing like 3-minute speed benchies with a Tri-Gorilla 8-bit board running ramps, or running Clipper. So the MCU with Clipper don't matter. Bigger number don't matter. But with the Marlin folk, does anyone actually notice any difference with the faster MCUs they're now coming out with, other than a marketing number? Fast board makes Doom on your printer run faster. Okay. The boot up times are 2 seconds fast. I think my printer's on all the time. People are going to be faster boards and just bragging. Yeah, like I don't think there's any real. The printers don't move that fast. I'll swap out the buddy board for something in Clipper on my Mini Plus. Just get a like a Pi Pico or something. The problem is Pi Pico works really good with the 02, and you can't get 02s right now. I had an Ender 3, swap the boards, I didn't notice. Yeah, I think it's just straight up marketing. It's just straight up marketing. Okay. You guys want to do a giveaway? Let's do a giveaway. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. What do I gotta do? Okay. Responses are open. Send. Hyperlink, short URL. Copy. There we go. And put that there. Delete. Kind of screwed up that. Close. Close that. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. If you want to win some Only Benchies merch, you're going to have the choice of either a hat or a shirt. Any hat, well, there's only one hat, and any shirt. If you want the short sleeve, the long sleeve, whatever. And you have to be here to win. We're going to do the draw at 3:30. Okay, so merch must be present to win. Boom. There you go. So it's pinned in chat. As far as I know, I'm gonna say worldwide. Okay. How it works is with Stream Elements. It's a Stream Elements store. So if you're curious, go to the Only Benchy store and try and purchase something on the Only Benchy store. Just add something to your cart and see if it'll ship to your country. If it'll ship to your country, you can enter. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. So it's pinned in chat. To enter, you have 30 minutes to enter, 28 minutes to enter. We're going to draw at 3:30, and I'll do one random draw. So please put your name in chat, whatever your name is in chat. If you don't know what your name is in chat, type hello right now, and it'll put your name next to it. So everyone type hello in chat so you know what your name is in chat, because people screw this up still. And then just put your email. And then what I'll do is after the stream, I will email you, I'll collect your info, and I'll send you some merch. And don't forget to like the smash button, as Freak said. Let me save that one. There we go. See, this is how you get that YouTube engagement. Just wait till we do the draw and I ask for like a big number. What time is it here? It is 3 p.m. The draw will be at 3:30. Well, it's 3:03 p.m. So you got... Let's see here. I can't do that. Can't do that. That don't work. JD Davis, 20. Cheers. Appreciate it. Hello. Hello there. What are you printing at the moment? I am printing me. We are printing me. If you want this model, you can find it on Printables. And thanks. That is me. That was actually done by Chelsea of Chaos Cortec. You have to be here to win. For the 3:30 draw, you have to be here to win. That's why it's only 30 minutes. Got to drive that engagement. Come on, it's the afternoon on a Friday. What else you got to do? Work, make dinner for the family. Come on. Quick question, ERCFA on a 2.4 or switch wire? Personally, I think the switch wire because it has a shorter Bowden path, but many people have run an ERCFA on a V2.4 without problem. Yeah, it's personal choice. Are they both enclosed? If you want to print something like ABS and your switch wire is not enclosed like mine is, you might want to put it on the V2.4. Or what you could do is put compatible extruders on both and put the G code on both, and that way you can swap them between them if you really want to, and then just uncomment all the macros and whatnot if you really want to. Voron tool changer when? There's a mod for it, but nothing official because it's very hard to do tool changers using globally sourced off-the-shelf components and nothing custom. And that's one of the rules of Voron. Anything Voron design has to be able to be globally sourced and off-the-shelf components, nothing custom. Derek 20, cheers, appreciate it. Says everybody say hello in chat. Everyone does, and he says hello like the Smash Run. Only 270 people do. Come on, folks. Exactly. It's nice. Uneven numbers are bad. Okay, people may have OCD. We need to fix that. So for the people that don't like uneven numbers, try to make the likes equal the viewers. Round numbers are good. I like round numbers. I like when numbers match. Yeah. B-roll 10. Cheers. Appreciate it. Cheers all. Enjoy the great education. I'm learning. We're all learning. Actually, what are we doing today? I don't even know what the plan is today. I love streams that don't have a plan. It goes so good. Not much that I finished power washing the deck. I gotta stain my deck. I gotta wait for it to dry out. It's still too rainy, but I gotta restain my deck. Waiting for my LDO. Okay, well, for first printer, an LDO kit is a bit of a stretch. Honestly, right now, in regards to first printers, my go-to is just buy a Prusa Mini. I think the Prusa Mini hits enough check boxes and is at a competitive price that it's a good first printer for pretty much everyone. Yeah. We'll talk about tomorrow's video more tomorrow on the Saturday stream while we're fiddling around with Clipper on the Micron. Because not everyone has seen it. For XY Mark IV? No, because this is i3. This is Prusa Iterative 3 Mark III. So if it was a Mark IV, it wouldn't be Iterative 3. Plus they have the XL. That's Prusa's XY. And no plans for Multi-Tool or IDEX? Officially, no official plans. Daniel, $6.99. Cheers, appreciate it. What about the Angry Rabbit feeder? That's a mod. That is a community mod. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's a community mod. It's not official. Clone Prusa Mini. I have one on the way. I don't know. I could check if it's here. But I can't say anything. If I'm going to recommend somebody new to 3D printing a printer, I'm going to recommend an official real Prusa Mini, just for the support that comes with it. Because as somebody who gets the questions from people in 3D printing with their problems, it really sucks when somebody buys a printer and they just can't get the first layer because their bed is completely useless. Like nothing sticks to it and it's uneven. And then you start telling them to start doing mods and they just say, screw this, I'm out. And they just drop 3D printing entirely. I'm of the opinion, and you'll see on tomorrow's video, that a first 3D printer should be a printer that works for everyone. It shouldn't be, well, it worked good for me. It should be, no, it should be like a car. If you go buy a car from a lot, yes, there are lemons, don't get me wrong. But if you go to the Ford dealership and you buy a cheap Ford, you should be able to drive it off the lot and not, oh, well, you know, you got to replace the transmission on it. Not all of them, but some of them you got to replace the transmission for them to work. If you buy a laptop, it shouldn't be like, okay, on most of these laptops they're fine, but on some of the laptops the screen's bad. You got to buy a new screen. But I just want to play Minecraft. Nope. If you bought the cheap laptop, on some of the cheap laptops you got to replace the screen. You just got to do it. But with 3D printing, we're fine going, well, it's buy the cheap printer, and some of you might have to replace certain things to even get it to work. I don't think we should be doing that anymore. At least for everyone. Obviously, there's different outliers in different cases, but I think it should be like anything. If you recommend something to somebody, you should be recommending something that just works. Support winning 6 hours in live chat. I've never used Prusa's support yet. Prusa Mini hits enough check boxes. That's a good one. That's actually a really good one. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna steal that. We got the Mini Plus to see whether it be 3D printing. Wanted something reliable. And here's the thing with the Mini Plus. This is another thing I mentioned in. I'm spoiling tomorrow's video. If you buy a cheap printer, reselling it is harder. And by cheap, I mean like a printer that has issues, right? You're not going to be able to resell your $99 Micro Center Ender 3 Pro for much. But if you buy a Prusa Mini or a Prusa Mark III or another like good quality printer and you have issues with it, or you don't have issues with it, you think 3D printing's not for you, most of the time you could sell those pretty easily and get most of your money back. So, it's because I haven't done the mistake to do live chat. That's why. I will be doing it in the future, believe me. And I know though, I've got a few questions lined up on what I'm going to use. The problem is, with Prusa, you have to have a serial to use their live chat. So I'm hoping the random person at Prusa who I end up getting for my live chat isn't aware who I am. I know like LTT, when they do their blind calls to computer manufacturers for live chat for testing their help, they use a random person and they buy stuff through a random person. I can't do that, so. I managed to resell my Mini Plus for 90%. Exactly. Plus, imagine, hey, do you want to buy my CR10 that I have customly modded with all these PLA parts off Thingiverse for 90% of factory price? Yeah, SLA. Oh, yeah. Getting into SLA and MSLA, I don't recommend for newbies unless, hey, I really want to print more Warhammer figurines. Then maybe. Get wifey. No, see the problem, Predator. I can't just get it. It's a live chat. It's typing chat. So it's it doesn't matter who's sitting at the keyboard. They don't know. The problem is you have to have a serial. You have to have the Prusa registered to use the live chat. And this Prusa is registered to me, and my Prusa account is me with the big Nero 3D logo. So because it's the same account as Printables. Do wonder what I could sell a VZ bot. You'd have good luck sell. Like I know people have sold Vorons on the Voron Discord. Let me see if I can find one. How much Vorons are going for? Because in the Voron Discord we do have a flea market section, which a lot of people like to use to sell printed parts. It is what it is. But let me see if I can find a Voron for sale. Somebody's selling a switch wire. For 1600, a fully assembled switch wire for 1600. A V2.4 300 millimeters, 1800 euro. A switch wire, partially assembled switch wire for 500. If you were selling Vorons, you can make your money back on them easily, at least hardware wise. Here's the thing though, you have to remember, if somebody's selling you like a Voron, they built it themselves. So yes, you're paying for the material costs. You're also paying for like 24 hours of labor to build it. Have I had any issues with the Revo temperature? I have not. I have 3 production Revos running right now. One in the switch wire, one in V226, and one in the LDO 2.4. The one in the switch or in V226 has been running for a couple months now. Same with the one in the switch wire. The LDO one is obviously newer. I've had no issues. I did have an issue with a beta one, but that was after me pulling the wire on it accidentally in a very bad way. We'll just leave it at that. It still works, it's just not as reliable. And apparently the Revos that did have the issue with the thermistor were like an early batch, and E3D just straight up replaces it if you contact them about it. So I don't, first batch issues I really don't think is an issue, especially if the company is willing to just send you a replacement. I don't look down on a first run having issues. It happens. Whenever you bring something new to market, there's always going to be the odd lemon. And the thing is, when you don't have an issue, nobody says anything. But when you have an issue, somebody says something, and that's what you see. So. Did I want to melt a Revo? I was going to, and then Tom did it in his video about the Revo, and it didn't melt. So maybe I'll come back to it in the summer. We'll see. It's been cold outside. So remember, in 14 minutes, we're going to do a draw for some Only Benchies merch. So if you want to buy some Only Benchies merch, like this awesome Only Benchies hat here, it is a snapback flat brim hat. If you want to purchase something like this, check out the Only Benchies merch store. Link in the description, or type exclamation mark merch in chat. It'll pop up. But if you want to win either a hat or a shirt of your choice, enter in the draw, and the link is pinned in chat. In bad way? No, I won't get into it because it was beta, and I feel it's unfair to critique something on a beta. But basically, spinning something moved when it shouldn't have in the tool head, and yeah, the wires got pulled because they were still attached when I forgot to unattach them. Yeah. When was Murph? When is Murph? You've caught it. Next month, June. Oh my God, it's June next month. Yeah, next month, June. And Rapid TCT Detroit is next week, which I am going to. So I think there might not be a stream next Friday. We'll see. I think it's like, actually, no, I don't know the exact date. I don't know if I don't think I'm going to go all 3 days. I have an invite to all 3 days. But let me pull it up here and what day it is. We'll see. So I'm hoping my camera shows up in time. May 17th and 19th. So it is next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So there might not be a stream next Tuesday. Or not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after. Actually, I still got another week until Rapid TCT. Yeah, that'll be okay. And then Murph is, yeah, the weekend of June 24th. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I will be going to Rapid TCT. When do Voron lives happen? They're random. They're random. Whenever we have something new to announce, or we feel it's been like enough has changed to be worth doing a Voron live, there'll be a Voron live. There is no set schedule for them. Yeah. Rapid TCT Detroit is the 17th and 19th. And I'll be going to that. I don't know how it's going to work. I've never covered... Rapid TCT is like a trade show type event. So I don't know. I know like Joel is going and he has like a little thing set up for interviewing people. I'm just going to be a random dude there with a GoPro on his shoulder, seeing what I can get out of it. So obviously I'm going to go talk to like the E3D people and whatnot and like the other like 3D printing companies. But I think I'm just going to do like a kind of walk around showing things off, because a lot it's a trade show. You can't be just a random person and walk in. You need an invite, which thank you LDO Motors and Jason for the invite. But I think I'm just going to try and record a few things. I'll get like a video or two out of it, so it'll just be kind of me walking around recording things, showing it off, and then I'll just do like a voiceover and some music, and just kind of make it like a little relaxing trade show type video, showing off some cool stuff a lot of people aren't able to see. But Rapid TCT or Murph, the plan for Murph is I'm going to vlog it. So I'm going to there'll be like a video on, like I've got to drive there. And I'll just record basically the whole thing or anything that looks cool during the whole thing. And then I'll just break it out into a bunch of videos over a couple weeks. So I got to justify the expense of a hotel for 2 nights and driving a couple hours. So advice on 2.4 build, LGX Lite, Galileo, or stock. If you are buying a kit, you might as well go with the stock extruder. And if you think you have an issue with it, or it's not up to if you think there's deficiencies with it, then maybe try one of the other ones. Hope to see you at Murph. I hope to see you too. A lot of the 3D printing folk are going to be at Murph, so I will be there. I'll be wearing the Only Benchies hat, and I'll be wearing I'm just going to bring all kinds of Only Benchies swag. I need to like figure out if anyone knows any websites where you can buy like 100 stickers for relatively cheap. Let me know, because I need to get like a whole bunch of like Only Benchies stickers so I can give out and slap on random things there. Different from the hi-fi. What do we got tonight? What are we listening to right now? We are listening to the... I don't even know what playlist we got on right now. EDM. It's the EDM playlist. I like the hi-fi playlist. The only problem with the hi-fi playlist I found on Streambeats is it's not that long. Like the hi-fi playlist is actually quite short. Playlist. Yeah, the hi-fi playlist isn't that long, so it's only 30 songs, so you hear more. Whereas this playlist, the EDM one, is like 223 songs. So while I like the music in the hi-fi playlist, you get more variety with the EDM one. Will you wear the apron or go incognito? I don't know, because here's the thing: if I'm going to show up wearing, you know, some Only Benchies merch, right? If I'm wearing the Only Benchies shirt, you can't see it with the apron. I probably will bring the apron, if I do like an interview or anything, or just like, if we're standing around, because I will be hanging out at the Voron booth. Did we announce that? Anyways, I will be hanging. I guess I've said that. I will be mostly hanging out at the Voron booth, but I'll obviously be going around the show and doing my own thing, right? I'm going as Nero 3D, not a Voron member. But there's a lot of guys on the Voron team going. Do I have more hats? I only have the one hat. I've only bought the one hat. If you want your own, you can purchase it at the Only Benchy store. Oh, hopefully in the next 8 minutes, if you enter the draw that's pinned in chat, you can win one. Will I sign merch? If you want me to. I don't think I've ever signed Nero 3D on anything. I don't think I've ever signed Nero 3D. I don't know what it would look like. I don't even have paper. What would Nero 3D look like if I signed it? Where'd my pen go? Or my book? Oh, here it is. I don't know what it would look like. You ever get that H2 printhead? I got the second one working, and I did not like it. The problem is, where did it go? I gotta clean off this shelf. It's buried in there. The problem is the block on the H2 was an aluminum block, and it was the Fadus. It was this block. So the H2 used this. Focus. It used this heater block, okay? It used the same design as this heater block, but this one's copper. They used an aluminum one, which was very low thermal mass. So when I was doing extrusion testing with it and flow testing, it was not good. I did not like it. And the extruder, it still wasn't, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. A few signatures, okay, so. See, I don't sign. I sign my name, but I sign my name and it's just a blah. Nope, that's an M. I'm gonna ruin half the paper here. Yeah, see, like, I don't know. Or I could just do, like... I could do Ned. I'll just do N3D, Ned. There you go. I'm just gonna sign it Ned. So if you want me to sign anything for you, you're gonna get Ned. B. There you go. You get Ned if you want anything signed. I don't know. Nobody has ever asked me to sign anything yet, so we'll see. Flanders. I was thinking that when I was getting the new logo redesigned, I had a few ideas in my head. And I was like, oh, just do N3D, and then I'm like, wait, that's Ned. No. Because it has to be Nero first, because that's one of my problems I ran into when I was thinking of branding for the channel originally. Because for those on the Voron Discord, it's Uber Nero. That's like the name, that's the dumb name I had in like grade school for my internet stuff back in like 98. Was Nero because I needed a name for like StarCraft. That name comes from StarCraft because I needed a name for BattleNet, okay? And I needed to create an email address, and at the time our family computer had Nero burning software on it, and that sounded really cool, so I put Nero, and Nero was taken. So what ended up happening was I was playing like a Wolfenstein game or some other game, and there were bad guys in it that were Uber soldiers, and I'm like, ooh, Uber means cool and better because you were soldiers. And then there were Uber soldiers, so Uber must mean better. So I put Uber Nero, and that's kind of 12-year-old me figuring out a name for my internet identity for the next 20 years. More than that now. So anyways, that's that. So when I started my YouTube channel, it was actually it was Naroga, which is my World of Warcraft character's name. But either way, I needed a name for, hey, I'm doing actual YouTube content. I need a channel name. So originally it was Nero 3DP, and then I dropped the P because people were making jokes about DP. Understandable, I would have made them too. But it has to be, in my opinion, it had to be the name and then something. I couldn't do like 3D Nero because there's 3D printing nerd. Okay, so I didn't want to be 3DP Nero because it's the same short form. It's still 3DPN. So I'm like, oh, I'll do Nero first, and then it's like, oh, Ned. But it was that. You know, for some reason, Twitter is 3DP Nero. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's 3DP Nero, not Nero 3DP. And I don't even know why Twitter ended up like that. It was like auto-generated that way. Jason, thank you for becoming a member. Did I miss another one? No, that was just the one. Did I use Fiverr for my logo? No, somebody on the Boron team did it. As long as I don't burn the filament. That is true. But it's Nero after the burning software, which is funny because it's called Nero because Nero burned down Rome. So Nero, the burning software, is named after Nero the Emperor, whereas I stole the name from the burning software, which is from the Emperor. But me at the time did not know that. It was just, that sounds cool, I'll use that. Yeah, Uber means better or like super or whatever in German. I know that now. At the time, I didn't know that. I was just, you know, name sounds cool. That was like, that was 98, so what? I was like, I was 10. I was 10 in 98, so yeah. Gotta ignore it. What do you mean you gotta ignore JNA? Oh, sorry. I was looking at the new notifications. Ned from Spider-Man. Keeping up with the fan showdown on major hardware channel. That's the channel where Buddy prints fans and he tests them. I've watched a few. I'm not subscribed, but every now and then the algorithm recommends one of his videos and I'll watch. But I don't subscribe to him because fan stuff isn't really my thing. I don't know. What do I think of the VoxelLab? I don't have a VoxelLab printer, so for those that are new to the channel or haven't don't know how I do it, I'm very hard to recommend anything that I personally have no experience with, or I don't know enough people that have given me feedback on it. So for example, the Prusa Mini. I don't have a Prusa Mini, okay? I don't yet. But I know enough people that I trust that have first-hand experience with the Prusa Mini that I can confidently say it's a good printer. So if you ask me about some random other printer that I don't know anyone who personally has and I haven't played with, I won't give feedback on it because I'm just looking at a spec sheet and anyone can spit out a good spec sheet. And we all know that with a lot of cheap Asian market V-wheel bed flinger printers, you need first-hand experience with it to actually know if it's good, and you need a lot of people because this one's good, that one's crap, and they're the same printer. So. Did you notice that Anycubic paid Linus for the Enroll sponsor for the M3? That's fine. If they didn't review the printer, they showed off the printer. There's a big difference. Linus Tech Tips, if you watch, they have a ton of videos where they're promoting a product. They are paid to promote a product. Hey, this video is brought to you by Samsung. Here, we're going to spend 10 minutes talking about their new TV. That's really cool. That's a paid promotion, and it's called out as a paid promotion. You can show off. If Joe gave me money to just kind of feature the Prusa today in this video, as long as I don't go, you know, here's my opinion on it and I'm biasing my opinion because it's a paid opinion, that's wrong. But if, you know, Prusa sponsored today's stream and they just wanted to have the logo show up and me be printing on this printer all day, I'm fine with that. There's a big difference between a sponsored promotional spot and a sponsored review. Sponsoring reviews, I don't agree with. And in Canada, there's like a whole bunch of rules. Like I can't be paid to do a review and have my opinion be biased. So if you know, Creality were to reach out and be like, hey, we want to pay you to do a review on our printer, and we want you to say it's the best printer in the world. If I personally don't believe that, that is illegal, as far as I'm aware. It's been a while since I looked at the marketing laws, but in like Canada, if it's a review and it's a paid review, any words that I say have to be my own opinion. So I could say this printer is the best printer in the world if I firmly believe that. But if I say that because I'm being paid to say that, because that's part of the contract, that's part of the review, that is a no-no, and I'm breaking the law, and I don't want to break the law. I can't afford a lawyer right now. Do not do a sponsored review ever. I would never do a sponsored review. I would never do a sponsored review. Simple as that. If you want me to be truthful, the only company that has ever actually paid me for anything on this channel has been Thanks for their sponsorships of the streams last year. That is the only company that has actually ever paid me. I do have affiliate links with E3D and AliExpress and Banggood and a few other companies, affiliate links. Links in the description if you want to help support the channel. But other than affiliate links, the only company that has actually paid me has been Thanks. I've had companies, the Mark III that I have here was sent to me by Printed Solid. The LDO has sent me kits. Those companies have sent me kits. Jason has super chatted in stream, but that's of his own accord. There has been no arrangement for any payment of any sort for any build or review I have done, and I would refuse that. Plus, Jason uses my streams for like ads for like notifying you guys when everything's out of stock and shipping delays. Let's do the draw. We haven't done the draw yet. I'm late for the draw. 450 people entered. Let me pull that up. But yeah, if I ever did a sponsored thing, it would be called out and it would be plastered everywhere that this is a paid sponsorship for a not a review, but we're showcasing something. So if, you know, company XYZ said, hey, we have a brand new printer, we want you to take it out of the box, put it together, and just show it off, and you know, we'll pay you for that. We'll have it sponsored. So if you see the company logo like actually on screen, they're paying for that. And as part of it, I would also want to be able to give stuff away to the audience. That would be part of what I would want out of it. That's how it would be, and it would be a fully, hey, this is being paid for, so you guys know. How do you enter? It's too late, but you can enter for the next one. We're going to do one in a couple, probably near to the end of the stream, but it was pinned in chat there, and it is for merch. Yeah, Polymaker. Apparently, the Polymaker guy wants to talk to me, or has mentioned me. I haven't heard anything. Oh, is Polymaker here? Oh, hi Polymaker. Yeah, apparently he's been trying to get a hold of me. If you want to reach me about anything, Polymaker, nero3dp@gmail.com would probably be the best bet. But we're going to do the draw here. So this is everyone who's entered. We're going to give away some only bench use merch. How it's going to work is I'm going to draw a name. You're going to get the choice of either a hat in whatever color you want or a shirt. I don't care what shirt. I don't care which. Well, there's only one hat, but it's either hat or a shirt in whatever color you want. I'll email you. Give me your sizes, which one you want, and your shipping information, and I will send it out or get, you know, the Stream Element store. So for those that don't know how it works with these, we like to have some fun because I'm not just going to click the button. I need to get some audience interaction out of it to, one, help my YouTube numbers out and to make it more fun. So I need a number between 10 and 20. Let's do a number between 10 and 20. And because there's now a stream delay, I want a number that is divisible by 2. That's going to be the number I pick. Okay, somebody picked 20. That's divisible by 2. So we're going to go with 10. Because 10 and 2 years of streaming, divisible by 2, we're going to go with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's do the draw. Big money, big money, big money. And the big winner is... Oh, Diego. Congratulations. I think I know who that is. Congratulations. Let me grab your info here. But you have to be in chat. Diego, are you in chat? I can't at him. I know who Thiago is. I can't at him. Thiago, are you in chat? Thiago. Oh man, I know who this is. That's the problem. I've seen him in chat a bunch, so I know he watches the channel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thiago, if somebody knows Thiago. Thiago. John, you are not Thiago. Thiago. Oh no. Okay. Well, let me. I'm gonna save his info. Notepad. Thiago. Thiago. I am Thiago. I am Spartacus. You got a 2-minute timer, Thiago. Bro, we're gonna. Yeah, we gotta. Thiago. Just be Thiago. I am Spartacus. I am Spartacus. Ooh. I might have him on Discord. Actually, let me search. Sorry, I have chat minimized right now. I don't think it's Thiago on the Discord. I already have my shipping. He should have given it to me. Ooh. Thiago, no! No! I'm thinking of somewhere else. Oh. I know a Thiago who is common, like, who's in the community, but I don't know if it's the same Thiago. Because there's yeah, there's more than one Thiago, I guess. How many tool head will you have? I'm ordering the dually. I'm getting the 2 tool head because I already have a machine that can do multicolors. But I want a machine for multi-material, and for multi-material, I think 2 tool heads is really the best, or the most cost-effective. Well, I'm sorry, Thiago. We are yep. Remove. Sorry, buddy. Well, THIAGO. Reroll. Reroll. Our new winner. Alex T. At Alex. I don't see Alex T in chat. Who is Alex T? Told you to use your stream names. F's. F's all around. Who is Alex T? Alex T. Alex T. Come on, I want to give away stuff. I can't give away stuff if none of you follow the instructions. Alex T. I don't even have an Alex T in this. Oh, wait, no, wrong one. Would help if I was looking at the right one. That was the wrong one. Nope. I don't have it. Okay. What the heck is going on here? Yeah, there's no Alex T. You know what? I'm just gonna go right to running it again. Shuffle it a few times. Go. The suspense is killing me. Maker source. Are you here? You better be here. Why am I looking the wrong window? Makers. There you go. Congratulations, Maker Source. So, I figured out what happened there, and I'm a total dummy. There you are. I got your info. So, the people who thought they won, you didn't win. I accidentally pulled Tuesday's list. I was searching for names. That whole draw that I just did was actually the names from Tuesday's stream. That's why, if you notice now, we have 311 entries versus 450. We had 450 on Tuesday. Something goes wrong every stream, right? But this is the right list. So, Maker Source, you are the right one. You won. So, I got your email here. I will email you after stream. How it's going to work is I'm going to create a new giveaway for the next one. So it'll be another list. So if you want to enter for the next draw, and we'll do one more draw before the end of the stream, that will be a different list. So if you want to enter that one, later on. Too fun. Yeah, because, well, if you look at my desktop, I have Only Benchy's merch draw, and then I have copy of the printed solid giveaway. And I clicked this one instead of this one and pulled up the name entry list from that one. The wrong one. Need drawing integrity laws. That's why I do the draw on stream. That's why when the whole thing is spun from stream. And the problem is I can't actually show the list because the list has everyone's email, and I don't want to dox people. I try to make it as open as I can. Which, by the way, that means I locked the wrong thing. So people got in after the fact. So if you got in after the fact, after it should have been locked, you're lucky. Must we enter again? I'm gonna, you know what? We'll do one more draw by the end of stream. I'm gonna leave it open. If you want to enter, but be aware, I don't know what time the draw will be. Probably closer to 5 o'clock. So in the next hour and a half, maybe. I'll leave it open. So if you want to enter and you haven't entered yet, go ahead, enter now. I'll do one more draw before the end of stream, before 5. So probably around 4:45, I'm thinking. We'll do one more draw. Yes, I'll make sure I have the right list. And because I got to pull the names again, Maker Source, if you happen to get randomly draw again, you can't win twice. So you'll have to take a mulligan if you somehow get drawn again. So it's open again for those who want to enter. How are you liking the Mark III? I'm really liking it. Yeah, I'm East Coast. For those who don't know what time zone, I'm East Coast. Right now it is 3:44 p.m. and the next draw will be around 4:45 p.m. No need to re-enter. I'm going to keep the same. I was going to basically end it and restart it, but you'll have to be here to win. So if you're not here, you can't win. You put a cam on the print? Yes, I can. Can't really see much because it's all support in front of it, but it is printing away. I have marked through that flash clipper and using Kiao and fluid. Nice. You need a clock printed, of course. I do need to get a clock. I've got this big, well, here's the thing. It's a pretty big void on the wall, but the way it kind of worked out, I got this void here. I got to put something. I got to move the Sanjay plaque down. It's not on camera anymore. Got to fix that. Oop. Okay, kitties. Don't use VHB tape on your molding around the window. Because it will take a chunk out of the window. That's okay. That's okay. So anyways, I'm going to use some VHP tape here and put it back up. Bye, Steve. I swear, getting the actual backing off the VHP is a pain in the butt at times. There we go. Okay. I need to go to main cam for a second here, just to make sure. Is that in? Derek, you donated at the wrong time. Now I gotta wait. But thank you though. 1 second, I'll read it in a second. I gotta wait for that to go away so I can use my screen to make sure this is in frame. There we go. Okay, so right about there. Oh. The only Benchies logo. How will people know where to get my merch? Actually, I think it's merch.onlybenchies.com. Stay. It's the branding. Can't lose the branding. Derek 5, cheers, appreciate it. Nero, 2 questions. If Voron is open source, why are the betas closed? Is there a way to fix the warp bed? So I'll answer the short one first. The warp bed, it's aluminum. So if you have the ability to basically unwarp aluminum, you can bend it. Like if your bed is warped this way, you could flip it over and kind of push in the middle. The problem is with metal, you can only flex it so many times. It's a pain in the butt. It's a lot easier just to get something new half the time. And blam, congratulations, here's the 3 more years. Thank you. Now back to the open source. Voron is open source. Why are there closed betas? Because of sanity reasons. For those that followed the beta for we did an open beta for the Stealth Burner. That was the first time I think we've actually done an open beta. And even then we didn't release the CAD files. And for Wiley's sanity, we will probably think hard before doing one again. It is an absolute nightmare herding cats in an open beta with as many people are part of the Voron community. The amount of changes that happen, the amount of how quickly things get revised, and trying to offer support and help troubleshoot and fix issues when there's multiple different versions out there. People already modifying things that are changing, that we know are changing and are going to be issues down the line. Like open source, yes, as part of the license, technically, if anything's released under the license, it's supposed to be, you're supposed to have the files available right away. But when things are changing as quickly as they are, part of the whole Voron thing has always been, when it's released, the thing we release is functional. It's like done to the best of our abilities. So you should expect, if you download Voron STL off the Voron GitHub and build the printer will just work. So beta parts that are constantly in flux kind of go against that. There's been so many, like if you printed the last version of the Stealth Burner beta, that is horribly outdated compared to the final version. There is major changes to it. Like things are constantly in flux. So the beta is meant to just test releases as they come. And then once the beta is done, then the CAD will be released and then people can go do whatever with, because now we're happy with it. Look at, what are they called? Not fuse box, hypercubes. How many different lines of modifications and tweaks and variants of hypercubes there are? Trying to provide support for everything under the sun in that is an absolute pain. So with Voron, yes, it's open source. Yes, it's technically 100% not fully true to the license that there is a closed beta, but the alternative is we just don't do betas at all. So for sanity's sake, that's how the open betas are kind of done, where it's just the STLs and not the CAD file, because things are changing. The alternative is no beta until it's done, because we don't have to share source until it's actually released. So it's kind of a middle ground option, which is good. We do get an awesome amount of feedback, so we're not having issues down the line. but for sanity's sake, that's just how we do it. So, yep. Thank you for not you, Sanity. Is CW? Yeah, CW2 and the whole thing will be part of the SB release. So must be. Dude, I'm still running the resin stealth burner from like months ago is still running. It's functional. Don't get me wrong. It's not a functionality thing. It's like there's a lot of little tweaks and whatnot that don't really affect functionality that go into these designs. It's more about just making it better. So, you know, it works, but it could work better. Or, you know, just design tweaks or cosmetic tweaks or, you know, making cable routing a little bit easier, like that kind of thing. It'd be great to supporting the Voron work, like a live partner. So Polymaker, in that regard, I am not Voron. I am a member of the Voron team, but this channel and everything discussed on this channel, except for that little tangent there, obviously, is my, well, even that was my personal opinion. I don't speak for the Voron team on this channel. I speak as a member of the Voron team, but on my behalf. This is my channel, my personal channel. If you do want to do anything with the Voron team in an official regard with Voron Design, there is an email, operations@vorondesign.com. Reach out to them there because they'll be able to talk, and I'll let them know you want to contact them in that regard. So if you want to talk to me about doing stuff on my channel, it's nero3dp@gmail.com. That's my channel. This is that. But in terms of Voron, I try to keep myself and the Voron separate on YouTube because this is actually my job. I'm a YouTuber now. So I because of I don't want that crossing there. This is me. Voron is Voron. But I do obviously talk about Vorons a lot. You get what I mean. You get what I mean. When will that? It'll be released when it's released. I don't have a date. I'm actually not involved in design with that because I can't CAD myself out of a box. Makes sense. We'll make it to the rules. But yeah, if you want to do anything on my channel, I'm free to talk about that. Yeah, we've worked with a few companies. Obviously, E3D. We have the Voron Design has worked with companies in the past. Obviously, like I mean, if you go to e3d.com, you have Revo Voron. So obviously, we have no qualms about working with companies there. So I still love that actually became a thing. Like it's been almost a year now since this whole thing started. Am I doing? Yeah, I've actually full-time YouTube. I've been doing it for 3 months and actually officially 2 months. I took a month off work to see how if it would be possible, and then I went for it. How's my anxiety level? Bills are still getting paid, so we're good there. No, it's we'll see. It's still we're still in the wrong button. We're still in the honeymoon phase. So that's why, in case you haven't noticed, I haven't dove into the content. I'm trying to put out as much content as I can, obviously. That's why I'm streaming 3 days a week. I'm much more comfortable streaming. I'm still working on the videos and whatnot. But if you've noticed, I am ramping up content. I'm not diving in. I don't want to get burnt out, and I don't want to overstep my capabilities. So I'm kind of working my way up to where I can do like reliable, regular content. I don't want to dive into it. Okay, I'm going to do 2 videos a week. I'm going to stream 4 days a week. Like, no. I started with 2 streams a week and a video a week. I know the videos have been lacking, but then I'm like, okay, I can bump it up to 3 streams a week. And I think 3 streams a week is what I can do. So now I'm working on the videos. I would love to do a long form video and a short form video, like a 5-minute video and then like a 10 or 15-minute video a week. That's kind of what I'm aiming for right now. I might do shorts. Some people like the shorts, some people don't. I might do random shorts, but if I do shorts, they'll be like the normal content I would like to do just in a short form. I'm not going to do a short of, hey guys, I just printed this random thing. Look at it. Like that ain't my thing. So. Take up offer for 10 spools. Wait, what? Sorry, my chat goes kind of fast. So if you'd like for the personal to start as early as today, we have 10 spools laying around. I could do that, Polymaker. So right now I plan on doing a giveaway around 4:45 p.m. So about 50 minutes from now. So yeah, I can do a giveaway of 10 spools of filament. Do you have any requirements for shipping locations? Like, is it a worldwide, North America, Europe? Like, we will do that. I will get a I will get that updated. Gary, $10. Cheers, appreciate. Happy honeymoon, 3 months. Are the streams viewed as much? No, the streams don't, obviously. I'm not a high view YouTube channel. I think I'm at 32,000 or 33,000. Honestly, I don't watch my numbers. I'm so proud of the fact I don't harp over my numbers. I harp about the end of the day. I don't care about my numbers. Don't get me wrong, big number, better YouTuber. That's how it works, right? But I'm not super, like, how many people do I even have live right now? 360 viewers on my live. I don't look at my numbers. But I can't remember what the question was. My streams get a few thousand views. The thing that actually does very good for my channel and allows me to punch above my weight is, while I might put out a video that'll get a couple, like 10 to 15, 20,000 views, the streams usually end up being around 5 to 10,000 views as a stream. Usually after like a month, if I go back and look at a stream, they get 5 to 10,000 views each. But a lot of people watch the whole stream, which means my watch hours is massive compared to channels of the same size. I've talked to YouTubers that have 3 times my subscriber count, and my watch hours are 2 to 3 times more because I do live streams, and a lot of people watch the whole live stream. Apparently, I'm like a podcast to some people. So because of that, and memberships, and Patreon, and merch, and affiliate links, and all those other sources combined, and the ad revenue and whatnot, it makes it where I can go full time at only 30,000 subscribers, which back in the day, if you were relying fully off AdSense, you weren't able to do. Nowadays, because of how much a small community that's dedicated can support a channel and allow the creator to go full time, it makes a big difference. It's a big difference. 75 Echo 50, appreciate it. Did not know it's a full-time job. Here are my 2 cents to help the internet bills. Cheers. Divide it into 5 slots. It's probably easier if they just want to do 10. Where's Paul? Still working on it. I gotta. As long as it's on Earth, we will handle it. Okay, I will do. I'll do the 10 of 5. We'll do a big one. I like big giveaways. Sometimes we'll do 10. You want to do 1 draw of 10? We'll do 1 draw of 10. I'm guilty of that while coding, while gaming. I watch your cheers. I watch live streams when we got an exercise bicycle a little while ago. I watch live streams while I'm doing that. Usually I'll get some whoopee up on the screen and go for a bike ride. Dude, I watched your build stream 2 or 3 times on the same printer. Thank you. Hey, as long as it helps. That's why I started doing the streams. They help a lot of people, and I hate editing. Helps do streams. You're often kind of like guides too. I try to find. I think I found a good mix of educational and entertainment. So. Webby 7. I like when the odd person catches like the shaker or the shirt or something. How fast can you print? It caps out around, depending on the filament and the type of plastic, anywhere from 16 to 18 millimeters cubed a second. Polymaker, it's up to you. You said you want to give away 10 spools. You want to do 10 of 1 or 2 of 5. It's up to you. You're supplying the filament. And then I will have to figure out some way to get you the emails of the winners, obviously. So I'm assuming Twitter. If you're following me on, I think you are following me on Twitter. If you just want to like send me a quick DM and I'll reply with the emails. Watch on the big screen is more entertainment. 10 draws of 1. Are we gonna do 10 draws of 1? I can do that. Or 5 of 2. Okay, let me update the everyone some yeah. Okay, let me update that. Replace pin message. Okay, let me update that. Well, Polymaker is the one shipping it, so it's up to them how they want to spread it out. Yeah, I'm hesitant to speak on the whoever's supplying behalf. So if Polymaker wants to do 10 of 1 or 2 of 5, whatever, they're the ones shipping it. So same form, same form. So if you've already entered, you're already entered. You just have to be here at 4:45 for the draw. Any plans to throw Clipper? Maybe down the line. I actually want to run it stock for a bit. You don't have to enter again. No. And Ludwig, happy anniversary. Not that Ludwig, but happy anniversary. Let's see where Polymaker. Okay. All right, thoughts on the SWO get specific for the summer or aware of any specific SWO? What do you mean SWO? Oh, Southwestern Ontario. I don't think there's any events going on in Southern Ontario for like, I know there was like, wasn't there like a maker fair in Toronto? But I don't know. I know where down where I am, there's nothing. Okay. Oh, there you go. You just okay. Here's. How many streams do you do per week? I normally do 3. I normally do 3 streams a week. I do a Tuesday, a Friday, and a Saturday stream. How many streams do you do per week? Oh, sorry. We giving away 2 spools per stream, be great. I'm down for that. I don't have problems with giveaways. I just don't hunt down giveaways. I try not to make the whole point of the stream not a giveaway, but Cross 2010, cheers, $10. Congrats on 2 years of live streaming. Since I started watching you, I've built 2.4 and learned a ton. Awesome. Here's to many more years. Awesome. I'm sure the community won't mind, you know, more giveaways. Everyone loves giveaways. And am I following you? Let me make sure I'm following you. There we go. Sorry, I've got like a million conversations going on right now. I put wrong name. Well, Luke, if you put the wrong name and you happen to come up, make sure you you scream really loud in chat that is you, and provide some proof. So, I've heard good things of the. I don't think I've used Polymaker before. Truth be honest, because I don't know how sourcing it in Canada is. 2 spools per stream. Okay, we'll talk. I'll message you on Twitter and we'll get it all sorted out. Just because chat's going pretty quick right now and I've got a million conversations. Oh yeah. Oh, geez, what am I saying? I have used Polymaker. Where is it? What am I talking about? Yeah, Polymaker Polyterra. Yeah, I have used this stuff. I've got like 2 or 3 spools of it. I've got this. I got the matte black. Actually, the matte black is loaded up in the switch wire. Yeah, I have used Polymaker Polyterra. Yeah, I like that stuff. It's got the teal. I know somebody was asking about the teal the other day on Twitter. It's actually a really nice teal. Like, yeah, I have used it. Yeah, I've bought it in Canada. It's like, yeah, it's okay price. Dianos, thank you for coming a member. Merv 20, cheers, appreciate it. Congrats on 2 years. Love your content. At 2.4 2x tridents. Nice. And a V0. How attached am I to the intro music? So that my intro music is actually a remix. It's actually already edited. It's the song is called AI2 and it's part of YouTube's royalty-free library. And I actually paid somebody on Fiverr like $5 to make what it is now. I'm like, here's the music I use. Make like a synthwave outrun style variant of this. And he did it for $5, and I was like, okay, you're getting a big tip because you actually did a very good job. So that's what I'm using now. If you want to go ahead and remix it, go ahead. If you're on Discord, DM me, and I'll actually DM you the actual MP3 of the actual source. No guarantees I'll use it, but if you want to, you know, because the issue is if you mix it with an actual song, the YouTube DMCA, I don't want to touch that, but I'll try and use it somewhere. Member for 17 months. Jeez. I streamed for a couple. I started streaming in May. I don't think I actually turned on memberships in like until like September, October. So Par 10, cheers, appreciate it. Congrats on 2 years. I've been watching many hours of your content and look forward to watching more. Cheers. I hope for many more. I've got plans. I'm hoping to do CNC stuff this summer. Getting the garage cleared out and talking with a company. We'll see. Still hunting for like an actual location to actually do this out of, but we'll see. Who is member 1? I'll tell you in a minute here. Make sure I don't accidentally load up the screen because it will show money info, which probably should share. Memberships, there we go. Active members. Okay, let's see here. See your members. So for some reason, it's saying 17 months for GP Gray. Where are you at? Or is it JP Gray? Okay, JP Gray, you're somehow breaking it, because according to oh, total time is a member. There we go. So according to YouTube, my membership only goes back 16 months, and it's G Funny Money, who is member number 1. JP Gray, you are member number 4. So my first 5 members is in order: G Funny Money, NERQ, Bloody JMF, and JP Gray, and then Kanadi Dog. I can't remember. How the heck am I supposed? I just keep saying, every time I see you in chat, I just think Kennedy Dog. So I'm just gonna say that. And then DQ, Golden Jaguar, Renee, Joseph, and a few others. Remy. Yeah, 16 months. Jeez, 16, 17 months. What is the best for Voron parts, ABS or ASA? Good quality ABS or ASA. Either or is fine. You've been here, Min. You've been here a bit. Yeah, G Funny Money's still around. I do like seeing the regular names that have been around for a while. It is nice to see, don't get me wrong. It's community. Evil GED, member for 14 months. Congrats and keep up the work. I will. I have to. I have a mortgage. Oh, it's a month ahead. Oh, yeah, it's a month ahead. Yeah, that's right. Is there any guide on how to publish Voron user mods? Nope. Nope. They have to be, if you want to design parts with like the Voron ethos, it has to be printable without support, or support has to be built into the model. It has to be designed with ABS in mind. And try and keep it within the Voron aesthetics. Don't make it look like a Thingiverse part for Creality. That's about it. Make sure I don't post that screen. Yeah, we're actually just coming up. So right now the metrics, we are at, I'm just under 33,000 subs. We actually hit 5 million views the other day, which technically I didn't. I actually hit 5 million views a couple weeks ago. But I have a few videos on my channel from like my EVE Online playing days that somehow have like 100,000 plus views that I've hidden. So I don't count those views. So we actually, with 3D printing content and the random WoW videos, we hit 5 million views. I think I just hit 5,000 people on Twitter. I don't know if that's good. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's going very good. I'm having a good time here, and hopefully you guys are too. There are guidelines on the user mod GitHub. Okay, there you go. What's wrong with Thingiverse? If you see a part on Thingiverse designed for a 3D printer, you know it's a Thingiverse part. Wrong button. Wait, EVE Online? I played EVE Online from like, oh god, 08 to like 2010 maybe. It's been like over a decade since I played EVE Online. So we're not going to be launching a Voron pirating core anytime soon. And I was a low-sec pirate mostly. Bert, thank you for coming a member. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for dinner tonight. Yeah, Universe is, yeah. Honestly, Thingiverse is starting to go downhill. Obviously, Matter Hackers ain't, or not Matter Hackers. Who runs Thingiverse again? I can't remember. MakerBot. Obviously, MakerBot isn't putting the money into it. It's, I think it's actually, the site goes through periods where it like works okay and then it doesn't work. But let's be honest, the search is horrible. If you type in, you know, hey, let's look for hotends. Okay, I want to look for a hotend. Okay. Why am I getting the Han Solo blaster? I searched hotend. I've got the Han Solo blaster, a whole 3D printer, some fan ducts, a lot of ads now. Holy heck. And a filament roller guide. I searched hotend. I could see ducks. Why are you giving me a Han Solo blaster? But yeah, Nero WoW stream. I haven't played. Okay, I played Classic WoW for a couple months when it came out, but that's about it. Has Sangs gotten slower for you? Not really. Right now I use both Fangs and printables as kind of my go-to. They both have kind of content creators and model makers that I follow, so I use both. I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm very hesitant, and you should be too, to have a dominant website in the community. Because remember, for the longest time, everyone used Thingiverse, and Thingiverse went to poop, and now we were kind of screwed. And now we have other options, obviously, now. But there should be multiple good sites. We should not put all our eggs in one basket. So if you are a model maker, if you make 3D models, don't just put everything on printables. Don't just put everything on Thanks. Don't just put everything on Cults 3D or whatever other site. Put them around. Because one, you get more exposure, and two, there's better. It's good to have more options, because then the sites will fight each other and become better, and then we all win out. Hopefully. Real men all rat with carriers. I was a low sec pirate in a Tyrannus, I think it was. On Thangs. I've got my models on Thangs and printables too. Printables, you can get filament. But yeah, Polymaker, if you are in chat, so how do you want to do the giveaway? Do you want to do 1 of 10, 2 of 5, or 1 or 10 of 1? So like 1 draw of 10 spools, 2 draws of 5 spools, or 10 draws of 1 spool. I'll let you make the choice, because you're the one providing the shipping for it and the product. I just earned my first spool of Prusa from printables this week. Oh, nice. I want to get the poopy thing is it's summer right now. So like I got my Nero 3D sweater, and it's now getting warm at. Oh, I got 16 Prusa meters now. But like, what is it? It's, hopefully I don't share anything I shouldn't. So you get points for like uploading models that people download, and then downloading models and providing feedback and whatnot. You still have to pay for shipping though, but which kind of sucks for the filament. So it's like 350 meters for PLA and whatnot, but 500 points for a sweater actually is pretty good. Because if you think a spool of filament is, how much is Prusa PLA? It is like 30 bucks or something like that. So you're getting a sweater for like 40 bucks. That's actually $45. Well, you're paying shipping only. That ain't bad, actually, I think. 10 of 1? Okay, we'll do 10 of 1. So what I'm going to do for the draw, because you have to be present to win at 4:45. So if you haven't entered yet, we're giving away 10 spools of Polymaker filament and one thing of Only Mentions merch, I guess. You have to be here at 4:45 for the draw, and I'll do the first draw, and you get to pick if you want merch or filament. And then if you pick a hat or merch, then everything else is going to be filament. If you pick filament, then the next person gets to pick, because we got to make sure you're in chat to win. That's why we're giving ourselves 15 minutes. And then we'll just keep going until somebody finally picks the merch. So if the first person picks the merch, the rest will be filament. First person wants filament, the next person gets a chance of merch. EU allowed, yes. Yes, it is, as far as I'm aware, open. If you're worried about the merch, go and try and buy something off the Only Benchy store. And if you're able to actually like put in your address and it will ship to you, then you can enter, because anywhere can ship. I'm gonna enter. Don't enter again to be sure. If you've already entered, you've already entered. It's worldwide as far as I'm aware. We got 430 people have entered. Yeah, Polymaker ships worldwide, looks like. You should only be able to enter once anyways. It's YouTube form. So what I'll do is I'll just forward. I'm collecting just the names and emails, and I'll forward them to Polymaker, and they'll contact you, because I don't want to know where you live, except for the ones that win the merch. I need to know where you live if you won the merch. How do we enter? It's pinned in chat. It's pinned in chat. So you have 30 minutes roughly to enter. More viewers than likes are free. I know. Are you hand delivering the merch? If you happen to live within 5 minutes of my house, maybe. I'm not going on a road trip. I'm not going on a road trip. Polymaker is great. I've heard good things about their ASA, and I have their PLA. I have a couple spools of their PLA that prints pretty good. But I may have to get some more. Ben, like I said, you already have my info. Do I have your info? It's probably on the return address, I guess. Or no, didn't I send? I can't remember. Did I send you something? I don't know. I've got so many DMs and random, like, if you try to DM me on Twitter or Facebook and I don't answer right away, and you don't get a reply within like a couple days, just assume it got buried and I missed it. Because if you message me while I'm out and about and I like look at the message and I don't reply right away, by the time I get home, it's buried under like 5 others. I get like a dozen random DMs a day, plus other stuff. So yeah, if you message me and I don't reply, I hopefully don't feel insulted. It probably just got buried. You message me at a point where I just happen to not be able to reply immediately, and then it just gets buried. Want to test any of our 30 different materials? You know what? I've got some printer builds coming up. I would need some ASA. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Anyway, you get to attend IRF. So MRF for me is I think it's a 4.5 or 4 hour drive. So MRF for me isn't too bad to go to, because it's a 4 hour drive for me, right? I wake up in the morning Friday, I drive there, I leave my house at like 10 in the morning, I get there at 3 as it opens, like, and then I leave Sunday at 5 o'clock and I'm home before 10 and I'm fine. The problem is IRF is an 11-hour drive for me. It's a full day of driving. So it's a big thing. So either I have to fly out there, and then I got to go to like Detroit Airport, leave my car, fly, figure out transportation while I'm there, hotel, car rental, all that, and then fly back and add an extra day before and after. Like it's at that point where it's like we'll see in September. Mind, tell us what was the bad with the MG ABS. I've only ever used one spool of MG Chemicals ABS, and it had layer adhesion issues, and it stunk. Their PETG was actually really good though. I'm trying to follow chat. There's so much going on. Actually, shoot, I gotta fix it. Is it live chat? Yeah, it's live chat. Okay, there we go. And for some reason, it sometimes defaults to top chat, and I don't see everything. What's going on? Oh, Michael, 1999. Cheers, appreciate it. For the great help and the good entertainment. Cheers. Too much chat. I know. I try to keep up with chat as much as I can, obviously. I think interaction, if you're a live streamer and you're not following chat, you're not doing it right. You should be trying to make chat as big of a part of your stream, because if you're live streaming, you're there for the audience, and you should be interacting with your audience, in my opinion. So trying to keep track of chat on a stream like today isn't too bad, but when you're building something, then it gets interesting. Building my first 2.4 so far and going pretty good. That's good. Oop, my wife just texted me way too late. Ice cap. Okay, what's this? Ooh, do I want to go to a viral testing lab or laboratory testing at Rapid TCT? Oh my god. I'll email. Okay, I'll check. Blah, I'll check it all later. Any people want? Discord's awesome. Discord is awesome. It's like IRC, but with all kinds of other fun stuff involved. Okay, so actually, one second. I'm gonna go pop out for a second here. I'm gonna leave that going. I'm just gonna go see, I think my wife's home. I'm gonna go see if a package was delivered. So I will be back in 1 minute. Don't burn the house down. I'll be back. So turn that on. There we go. There we go. I found him. How you doing, buddy? Are you being all mopey because Mama went to take a nap and didn't bring you in the bedroom? Package is not delivered yet. Dang UPS, it'll be delivered soon at 8 a.m. and it is not 8 a.m. and it's still not here. But I found the doggo as compensation. Oh, boy. Hello? Oh, dear boy. He is a good boy. Goodbye. No, my wife had texted me at just after the stream started, and she's like, "Do you want an ice cap or a iced coffee?" And I'm like, "I just seen that, and that was 2 hours ago, almost." And I'm like, "Well, she didn't come in here, so she probably didn't get anything because I didn't reply." And then I went upstairs to go see if there was one, and there wasn't. So I'm like, "Oh well." Freak, $2. Doggo tax. Cheers. And Leo the human. Doggo. Yes, doggo. But the UPS package should have the next 2 builds in it, hopefully. Thoughts on the 350 Trident? It's big. If you want to print keyboard cases, it's probably good. I think, honestly, I'm of the opinion 300 is a very good size for a Voron, as the vast majority of prints will fit it in one go. Really, the only way to go, reason, in my opinion, to go 350 is if you really need to print big things like keyboard cases, or if you really want to print helmets. 350 is big. And also, the Trident doesn't scale in the Z, so even mine is 350 by 350. Yet, that only gets 250 millimeters of Z. That V2 gets 300 millimeters, well, 280 millimeters of Z, so. Any sneak preview of the upcoming builds? Well, no, because the box ain't here. I don't have the box to show them off yet. Would I get FOMO going with the Trident over a 2.4? No, they're both. Remember, both of them use the exact same gantry. Okay, if you want to print taller things, go with the 2.4. If you only want it, if you're only going for like 250 or maybe 300 on the Z, Trident. Although most of the Trident kits are 250 on the Z. So if you want to go bigger than 250, go with a 2.4. My first Voron would be a V2 250 or 350. I'm not saying it's bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the bigger Vorons are bad. I'm just saying, in my opinion, you need to justify their existence if you want to get the big one. If you need it, you need it. But build as big as you want, or build as big as you need, not as big as you want. LDO is going to do a true cube printer for the Trident. Maybe. I know they have commercial kits coming out soon. I don't have one. And I don't think they're going to send me one because I just did a Trident build. I'm not going to build another Trident. You know, an LDO Trident would be nice. Would be nice. Don't get me wrong. The LDO makes good shit. Other than the wiring, it's the same build. So. And I show you the Flying Serpent. Sure. So this is a Cinderwings 3D Flying Serpent, Cloud Serpent. This is printed in glow-in-the-dark PLA on the Trident. And it's roughly 4 feet long. Actually, it's like half an inch under 4 feet long. So. JD Davis, 5 cheers, appreciate it. Still waiting on my LDO 350 2.4R and hot ends. Will be delivered. Will the Revo keep up speed-wise with the Dragon High Flow? It won't keep up with the Dragon High Flow. Revo is not a high flow hot end. Yeah. But I only run a Revo on my 2.4 and it's keeping up with my profile. So how long did that take to print? That was like a 26-hour print, if I'm not mistaken. It was over a day. Actually, is the Trident online? I think my Trident is online. Let me pull up Big Papa Joey P, G-code files. Okay, it was more than 20. It was 2 days and 3 hours for the Flying Serpent. Yeah, it was 2 days and 3 hours. Because the problem is with the Flying Serpent models, it's all outer walls. It's every one of those little links is outer walls, which eat up all the time. So it takes forever to do a single layer because there's so many walls. It's not like it's all infill or nothing. It's like printing a full plate, literally. And the first one failed. Yeah, that's the second one I printed. The first one failed. I can't remember. One of the links came loose, and then it like caused a domino effect. So like one of the tail pieces came loose, and then it just started going down the line, failing, which sucked. If one had failed, I would have been like, yeah, whatever, you won't see it. But a bunch of them failed. I was like, shoot. So yeah. Yep, it's all one print. The Dragon is all one print. Not impressed with the Prusas at all. In what way? Because as somebody who's been involved with 3D printing for 4 years now, over 4, actually almost 4.5 now, and has built multiple printers, now that I have a Prusa, I think it's pretty okay. Now I need the $500. It's $350. What do I think about the Mark III's? The printer itself is fine. Obviously, it's a 5-year-old design. There are things that could be updated, but I mean, like, I don't know. I've been trying to print everything off of the SD card, just so I have everything that's off the SD card. I don't know, like that. That looks like a print. I mean, that is a boat. Is this model? Yep, this model is on printables and things, I believe. Actually, no, I think this one's only on printables. I haven't put it on things yet. Viewers and likes are almost matched. Oh, that'd be awesome if they matched. Everyone go like the smash button. Use the clipper macro that only creates a bed mesh for... I mesh the whole bed. On a 10-hour print, I'm not concerned about saving a couple seconds on a bed mesh, really. Why is not on Creality Cloud as well? It might be on Creality Cloud. Let's be honest, who knows? Just not worth the money. Okay, well, that's different. You asked how the printer was. The printer is fine. The printer is perfectly fine. Is it worth the value and the cost of it? That is a personal subjective opinion, and it depends on your situation. If I was just getting into 3D printing because I saw something cool on Reddit and I wanted to get my feet wet, is $1,000 on a printer a good investment? Maybe not. Hey, I'm thinking of running a print farm where I need 20 printers to be as reliable as possible, and I can't afford, multi-$1,000 machines, and I can't afford downtime. Hey, Prusas are a pretty good value at that point. It's a very personally subjective thing when you talk about price for things. So I try to not look at price if somebody asks me how a machine is, because if the machine is fine, the machine is fine. This machine could be a $5 machine, it could be a $5,000 machine. If you're just asking me about the actual hardware that is making a thing right now, that's what I'll give you a response on. Mark III is the custom heat brick that they use for the MMU. It causes a problem with some filaments. I've heard about that. I haven't run into that issue yet, but I've only used this one spool of Jesse PLA and the one spool of filament that came with the printer. So. And I do have like spare V6 titanium heat bricks I could throw in there if I really wanted to. But I'm intent on running this completely stock for a while now. I've built a clone i3 Mark III and it's great. Honestly though, here's the thing, like, what is there to clone? It's some rods. Okay, it's rods. Those are off-the-shelf items. The bearings are off the shelf. The idlers are off the shelf. The motors are off the shelf. The screen is off the shelf. Extrusions are an off-the-shelf item. All it is printed parts. That is what makes a Prusa different than any. It's just hardware. It's all off-the-shelf hardware. If I just, if I took one of my Meanwell 24-volt power supplies and plugged it in instead of this one, it worked the same. If I was using an SKR instead of the Einzi board running Marlin, probably be the same. I don't know if you could run can you run the Prusa Marlin fork on other than Einzi boards? Or a little bit of tweaking, maybe? I don't know. But either way, they're Lego. 3D printers are Lego. It's all the same hardware. It just depends on how you put it together. Have I built a carrot feeder? No, I don't have room for one, unfortunately. Do you think the Prusa switch wire bed would work on a Trident? I believe people have done it and it would be fine. Just be careful though, because you're running more amps through it. So I know a lot of people try to avoid mains because mains is scary, but if you're running a 24 volt bed, you got to push a lot more amperage through the wire than a mains voltage. Mains beds don't even, like, I think a 24 or 120, what is it, 120 volt, 500 watt bed pulls like less than 5 amps if I'm not mistaken. Or for people who want prints at home, not a printer. Bought it under because I wanted a hobby. I've touched on that in tomorrow's video. Think of it this way, if you want to tinker with a printer, I still think you should start with a printer that just works. Because if you're tinkering and you only have one printer, 3D printing 2 is 1, 1 is none. I'd rather buy a printer, and I'm of the opinion that you should recommend a printer that just works for a starter, and then go on to building your own printers or tinkering with printers, because you always have that one printer that just works to fall back on if you need to like replace broken parts and whatnot. RPIs are so where you think of making and how on Octoprint on Orange Pi Zero. I may dive into that soon. I think I have an Orange Pi Zero, so we'll see. The problem is the Orange Pi. Let me find my Orange Pi Zero. So I have one of the first gen Orange Pi Zeros, I think it is. Yeah, it's this one. So if you notice, it actually has a V0, a 5015 V0 mount for it, because this was in my V0 at one point back during development days. But I have the Orange Pi Zero, like Zero, first gen one, and if I'm not mistaken, this SD card actually has Armbian on it with Octoprint, and it does work. The problem is that the Wi-Fi on this thing is absolutely horrendous. It is horrible, and there's a few other issues. The big issue is you can't run the image. You can't run FluidPi OS, or you can't run Octoprint or Octopi. Like, you can't just download the SD card. You have to install Linux, and then you have to run the command lines to actually install all the packages manually for whatever interface you want to run, and Clipper as well. And what can happen is it can break a lot easier, because those mainline releases are designed with running on an a Raspberry Pi. So what can happen is it can break, and you don't have as much support. Updates may not work properly. Like, you can do it, and people do it, but it's a little bit trickier to get working and less guaranteed to work. Any no's on your homemade CNC? That project is on hiatus, but there is possibly something else. Kiao is really nice in that case. I still really haven't played with Kiao. And it's because back in the day when it was first getting started, when we were working on the when Mainsail was getting developed, Kiao did a bunch of things that broke Mainsail, like trying to release version, like having an install with no logos and whatnot, and it broke a whole bunch of things. So that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth about Kiao. So I kind of just never looked at it, and I've never really had to, because I just install Mainsail or Fluid and just as a single OS and go. I don't need to switch around. When I want to buy a $250 machine and then spend $500 on upgrades so it prints like a $600. I know, it's like, why did you buy that $99 machine instead of that $250? Well, if I buy that $99 machine, I can put $200 into it, and then it'll have everything of the $250 machine. But then why didn't you just buy the $250 machine and buy $50 and film it? Well, I learned. Yeah, but you've already done the things, and now you'll never do them again because you realize how much of a pain in the butt it is to do those things. Shut up. Any progress on PO Box? I'm gonna try tomorrow to go do that. We'll see. Problem is, I don't drive by a post office normally, so I gotta go out of my way to go set it up. Can you add second printer in Mainsail just by setting and add a printer? No. So what you're thinking of here is if you go to like here, settings, what is it? Add a printer? Printers. Add a printer. What this is this actually adds another printer. So let me get V226 here. Get the IP address that I have for V226. Okay. If I put V226 here, okay, add printer. Get it? Yeah, that's okay. Printer. I can't have a custom name for it. Okay. And then I go over here. I got printers. Okay. Switch to printer. Switchboard. This is V226. Okay. So I don't have to go to multiple. Yeah. I don't know why it's not showing the original printer. But this is V226 right here. This is running fluid, by the way. You know, I'm in mainsail here. So I'm connecting to that printer, this mainsail install, but then feeding through the info from that printer, which is what we're doing with the Raspberry Pi, by the way. So that way you can have one Raspberry Pi, or the Pad 5. You have the Pad 5 running mainsail, and then it just has the IP addresses of all your printers on it, so you can easily just go through all your printers on one device. So I can run this way two printers from one. Well, no, here's the thing. This printer is still running its own Raspberry Pi, okay? If you want to run Clipper on multiple printers on the same Raspberry Pi, you need to basically partition the Raspberry Pi. So you need to have multiple installs of whatever interface you're using. You can't just install in that. So that allows you to interface with multiple printers through, say, one IP address, just to make it easier. So like, see here how I have printers, and then I have all my printers here that I commonly use, and I have links, like bookmarks of all their IP addresses. What I could do is I could just have one, and then within the UI have all the different printers there. Okay. So see, now I could switch over. So I don't do that though, because they all run different firmwares, and I'm lazy. So that's why I don't do that. LDO Motors, Jason! Still have time to build a Warrant 300 cube. Can reserve one for your production patch, and then one LDO Trident ready. Hey, it's Jason. Thank you for the 25. Do I want to build another Trident? Do I want to build another Trident? You know what? We will let chat decide. I got a feeling the answer is going to be yes. So pencil me down as a yes, but we'll see what chat says. Because I just did a full Trident build. Make it a giveaway. Shipping would suck. Jason, what time frame? Ah, shoot, no, I wouldn't be able. No, that is a really short time frame. Jason, what time frame would you be able to get me that Trident? I've got an idea, but it's a date critical thing. Should be after two. Ah, no, that's too far away. Dang it, that's too far away. Shoot, not so quick. Yeah, insert Palpatine. Do it. I know you guys want me to build one. I don't Murph giveaway. That's what I'm thinking is Murph. The problem is Murph is June. It would have to arrive in time for me either to build it. And build it Murph. If it can get to me before Murph with enough time, I will build it and give it away at Murph. Because I don't want to build it at Murph. Because if I build it at Murph, I'm going to spend the whole time at Murph building a Trident. I don't want to do that. Yeah, it needs more. Yeah, I don't think it would arrive in time for Murph. Yeah, no way before Murph. If you want to send me one, I might do videos on it. We'll see what the schedule is. I know the thing is I just built a V2, or tried it, so we'll see. I'm down for it. I'm always down for building printers, but I know. Oh, Doom Cube. The problem is if he sends me, it's a Trident, not a V2. Is there a... You know, if it ends up, Jason, if you send it to me, it will end up in somebody else's hands some way. I'll figure something out. We'll figure something out, charity stream or something. Maybe I'll do another charity stream for something where we build it and give it away. We'll see. Is the Voron 2.4 strong enough to become a primary printer and it can compare it to the Prusa in reliability? Well, it can definitely beat an Ender. Let's be real here. An Ender is not a reliable printer. You might just luck out and get one that is. They're not consistently reliable. Prusa's arguably. This one hasn't had any parts changed on it other than swapping to the Stealth Burner a couple of months ago in 2 years. So is that reliable? I would say it is. It depends. Here's the thing. You built your Voron, or whoever has the Voron built the Voron, and they're only as good as you build them. If you build the printer not well, and believe me, people have built these printers pretty bad. They've cut corners. People or don't take the time to do it right. If you don't take the time to do it right and you cut corners during your build, you might not get a good printer. You probably won't. But if you build the printer well, it should serve you well. That's the problem with DIY printers. It really depends on how the maker built it. What a charity item for Sandre? If it arrives in time for the charity stream, yes, it'll definitely be part of that. Shipping it though, I might have to limit shipping to like Canada or the US because that would be expensive. Because shipping a V0 isn't too bad. You can put it in an okay box. Shipping a 300mm Trident is a different beast. And I'm seriously concerned about it getting damaged during shipping. Can anyone go to Murph? Anyone can go to Murph. Yeah, that's the problem with shipping a fully assembled printer, especially a Voron. I've seen too many computers get shipped that get destroyed, let alone a 3D printer. Yeah, we'll figure out something, Jason. The only thing is, like, I just did a full Trident build on my channel a couple months ago. So it'd be pretty close to doing a repeat of content, and I know I'm trying to avoid doing that. So we'll figure out something, though. We'll figure out something. Figure out, hey, send it to Joel, and then figure out a way to get me there, and I'll build it with him. So I know he needs to build a Voron still. I'll fly and pick it up. Do a salad fork. Just break down the printer and fit it in a box. Well, I'm not going to build it then break it down. I just send the unbuilt printer at that point. Although, I know a Trident because it's got the Z. I'm saying a V2. You can break down a V2 pretty easily. Just take the gantry out and take the 4 vertical extrusions off. And it would pretty much break down pretty simply. Where is Joel? On the other side of the continent. He's in Seattle. Send it to Jay's 2 cents. I'd be down with doing that. The problem is shipping. That is my big problem. I live in Canada, and shipping, when I was doing printed Ford, shipping a box of Voron parts, just the box of the printed parts for a Voron, was like $20 across the country. I don't even want to know how much it would be to ship one of these in a package big enough to make sure that it doesn't get damaged during shipping. So yeah. Hey, I've got hands now. I would say it's coming along pretty good, other than the your average Prusa VFA artifacting. I would love to see how to teach someone. That is something I would love to do. If I ever get my own location, I would love to do workshops, like in-person workshops. But I live in a location with not a lot of, like, I live in Southern Ontario, so it's not like I'm near the, anyone big. I've got Hacksmith a couple hours north of me. Hacksmith Industries, and I think they're in London or Kitchener. But yeah. I still have the box. $36 to send me that laptop. Jeez. Yeah, shipping in Canada is stupid. Printing in a garage in Arizona. Do I really need to worry about a heated chamber for ABS? Honestly, drafts. That would be the only thing I'd be concerned about. And dust, maybe. But you should be fine, depending how hot your garage gets. Just be careful of your, make sure your printer's not made out of PETG. In Cambridge. Okay. Yeah, so they're, wait, they're in Cambridge? Really? I think I've driven through Cambridge once. I've only driven through Cambridge once, and that was during. Okay, so yeah, they're near Kitchener. Yeah, they're like 2.5, 3 hours north of me. So, draw time. Oh, it is draw time. Shoot, we went long. Okay, we're gonna do the draws now. See, you got me talking. I've closed it out now. So let me collect all the names here. So we are doing a draw. You have to be in chat to win. So we're doing a draw for some filament and some Only Benchies merch. So we have 10 spools of filament thanks to Ultimaker. And then we have one drawing of some Only Benchies merch. And how it's going to work is you have to be here in chat to win. Okay, so the first person to win gets the choice if they want merch or filament. And then afterwards, it's going to be the same question until somebody finally takes the merch. And then whoever takes the merch first, we're only doing the one per draw merch. So I think the first person's probably going to want a snazzy Only Benchies hat. And if you don't win, if you want to get your own Only Benchies merch, link in the description. Okay, so let's do the draw. Somebody give me a number between 1 and 2, because I got to finish before 5, because the little guy's got to get picked up at daycare. Nope, we're doing 10 draws for spools. 2, 1. Okay, cool. Shuffle 1, 2. Let's do one more for good measure. Spin. See, you got me talking, and I ran late. We're having too much fun. We can't have this much fun, guys. It's only Friday. D verse fan. At D verse fan. Congrats. D verse fan. Do you want merch or do you want filament? Merch or filament? Merch or filament? Merch or filament? Following chat to see what he says, or they say. Filament, please. You want you don't want the hat? Okay. So let me grab your info here. If you don't want the hat, how do you not want the hat? That's what we do. We spent all this time making the merch. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, so congratulations. So we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. Hey, the sex bots have showed up right on time. Heck yeah. You know why? It's because we got 420 likes. We hit the funny number and all the sex bots show up. So everyone go quickly hit the like button so that the bots go away. Right? We hit the funny number. Okay. So remove. Okay, how many sex bots? We had 2 sex bots. How many bots? How many messages? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1. Oh, okay, I guess we're spinning. I was gonna shuffle it, but I guess we're spinning. Okay, our next winner. CXOB. CXOB, do you want some merch or do you want some filament? And congratulations, you are in chat. Hat black. Okay. Congratulations. Let me grab your info here. Well, here's the thing. Go on the merch store, and there's different colors for the hats. I don't think there's an actual all black hat option. And actually, I'm going to email you, because I'm going to email the other winner as well. And so just in the email, let me know what you want. So I will email you. So for now on, the rest of the winners, you're going to be getting filament. And because of my time schedule, you're lucky. I ain't going to check if you're in chat, but you better be in chat. So we're doing Scout's Honor, okay? So everyone in this draw, Pinky promised me you're in chat right now, because I don't have time to check. I got to go pick up the little guy at daycare. So I can't sign it because I don't actually get the hat. It ships directly from Stream Elements. And you don't want me to sign your hats. Okay. So we've got 9 draws left for merch. So, or for filament. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, draw. Yeah, everyone, write in chat right now. I promise I am here if you entered for the draw. Steven Johnson. Okay, I gotta turn off that animation because I can't highlight the name while the animation is playing. So let me get your info. Okay, remove. Congratulations, Steven Johnson. Customize, after spin, launch confetti, animated. Oh, we'll do confetti. We can do confetti. Okay, okay. Okay. How many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Spin! Engagement. Exactly. Everyone just keep typing random stuff in chat. We got to get that engagement up there. We got to get the YouTube algorithm gods smiling friendly upon us while we give away stuff. Brian Leto. Congratulations, Brian Leto. You are winner number 3. Okay. Remove. We got 7 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, a random computer algorithm knows. Chat's just going at a mile a minute. Speaking of chat, Chat's 81. Congratulations. You have won yourself some polyalchemy or polymaker. Polyalchemy is the blind. Polymaker is the maker. You want some filament. Congratulations. Okay. Remove. And we will shuffle 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And spin. Yeah, filaments. We're giving away filaments. Polymaker filaments. Shikaro 89. Good year. Oh, no, wrong name. Copy. Paste. There we go. Okay. Down your info. Ooh. Whew, that was scary. I hit the wrong button and almost deleted everything. That would have been bad. Okay. That would have been bad. I got a little notepad here with all the winners in it. Okay, remove. So we got what? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. I know. The only reason I'm doing it this quick is because I gotta go pick the little guy up to daycare at like soon. Okay. Ekmart. Congratulations, Ekmart. You won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. Actually, you entered very close to the other winner. That's cool. Like 2 after each other. Okay. 4 left. Remove. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 left. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Sean. MC Sean. Sean MC. A winner is you. Which I'm trying to remember what game that's from. I know it's from like, wasn't that from like the over-the-road trucking game that everyone like made fun of back in the day? That had like a winner is you at the end. Okay, 3 left. 1, 2, 3. Go! Yeah, we're not checking chat. Unfortunately, I don't have time, so they're gonna luck out. They were here to enter, though. At least you were here to enter. Seabass. Seabass 7897. Good year. Congratulations. Okay, how many do we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 2 more. Shuffle, shuffle. And again, this is Ultimaker filament. If you haven't had a chance to check it out now, because oh, I guess an extra shuffle. They're providing these 10 spools to give away. I am Sean MC. Then why didn't you write Music Dad? I said put your name in chat. Taxco 87. Good year. Good year. Taxco 87. Congratulations. Okay. And then last but not least, our final winner of the day, of the afternoon, is Havoc Grows 93. Just a youngin'. There we go. There we go. Got your info. That's file save. Winners. Save that to my desktop so I don't lose it. Save. Okay, good. Got that all saved. We're good there. We're good there. We're good there. Good there. That is everything for the draws. Everyone clap for the winners. Clap. I think, is there a clap emoji? Everyone, let's see some clap emojis. Do we have clap emojis? I know this ain't Twitch, and we don't get all the fancy emojis from Twitch, but we do have clap emojis. Everyone clap emoji in chat. There we go. Yay. There we go. Okay, so thank you to Ultimaker for donating those 10 spools of filament to give away, and I guess a bunch going forward. So I'll hash out all the details after stream. I gotta go pick up my kid from daycare now in a little bit. So if you won, I guess expect an email for those 2 that are getting merch. I'll email you to get your shipping information as well as what you want specifically. So reply to the email with that information. You should get that tonight. And then for those that won the Ultimaker filament, I guess they'll reach out to you. And I'll forward the names and emails for that. So I hope you enjoyed the stream today. Again, these are the Print and Chill Friday streams. We just kind of hang out. Today was kind of the 2-year anniversary of the streams being a thing day. But tomorrow, we got ourselves the Micron build. We'll be hopefully getting it moving. So the Micron, we just got to get some clipper on it, a little bit of firmware magic, and it should be dancing around. Hopefully, maybe we'll push some plastic. But that is getting to the end of it. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you like that smash button. You do want to help support the content I create and the things I do, because I would not be able to do any of this without your continued support. Consider checking out links in the description. Consider becoming a member of the channel or Patreon supporter. I got a video coming out tomorrow. Make sure you like that, give it the thumbs up, help it in the algorithm. Enjoy the rest of your, oh, it's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there and wash your hands. Cheers.